The perfect start to my day.
Hi everyone, it's Justin. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is the fluffy egg, the melted cheese, and the sizzling sausage. It's the start to your morning that you didn't know you need.
Order a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit and Simply Orange juice on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Phoenix Eye Clinic, located inside the optical shop in Phoenix City, wants to be your local eye doctor. Specializing in diabetic eye exams, glaucoma treatment, and cataract evaluations, Phoenix Eye Clinic has an ophthalmologist on staff. They also handle all of your needs for eye exams, glasses, and contacts. Call the Phoenix Eye Clinic at 334-480-4015. That's 334-480-4015. Phoenix Eye Clinic, located inside the optical shop.
It's time to drop the puck. Columbus River Dragons hockey is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A Midland, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Tim Hortons, Columbus Diagnostic, Shredaway, The Overby Company, Vector Ply, Trivioli's, The Jersey Shop, Beam TV, WIBU Christian Television Network, Troy University, Largeman Dental, BKI Accounting, The Optical Shop, Piggly Wiggly, Sun South John Deere, Wade Cleaners, Houston Clinic, Abercrombie Bonding, First Franklin Financial, and Old School Barbershop. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A Midland first period. Here's Tom Callahan.
All right, welcome back here in the, potentially first period. We haven't started yet. In fact, they don't even have the inflatable up yet. In the corner, I know we had our chat with River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard, and it looks like we're a couple minutes away from starting this one up here, and maybe a little bit sluggish on a Wednesday evening here at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. So we are awaiting the introduction of tonight's starting lineups, and we'll go from there. But it does give me a chance to stretch my legs, tell you a little bit about what's going on in the land of the Columbus River Dragons. And let you know that, number one, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being a part of things here as the River Dragons getting set to take on the Mississippi Seawolves. And tonight's referee introductions, we can get to those because we have those ready to go. We're brought to you by the Optical Shop in Phoenix City, where right now, for just $99 and a bag of chips, you can get 2 pairs of eyeglasses. You should see the game they're missing. The Optical Shop in Phoenix City. And tonight's referees for you are number 18, Chris Rowe, and number 27, Dave Glassman. Your linesmen tonight, number 80, Gary Glassman, and number 18, Jonathan DeSale. Then if we take a look at our starting goaltenders for tonight's game, well, it is going to be Blake Wyrick back from the IR. He's going to get the go here tonight, 4-2-0-1 with a .931 save percentage, 2.81 goals against average. Good numbers for Wyrick. Just hasn't played a whole heck of a lot of hockey, and, has been battling injuries this year, and that's really the thing. As you see, he's only got 7 decisions. Can he stay healthy? He's back for now. D'Aloisio released by the Seawolves earlier in the week, a little bit of a surprise move. Maybe not a popular move here, but Joe Shepard remains and will back up here tonight. And he's opposed by William Lavaliere. Now, Lavaliere's numbers coming over don't look great. 1-6-0-2 with a .910 save percentage, which is actually very good, and a 3.58 goals against average, which is not too bad considering he earned most of those numbers with the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So Lavaliere coming in, played well against the River Dragons, well enough to impress the River Dragons and to bring him in while Taylor Joseph was on the IR for an extended period there dealing with a lower body injury. Well, now Joseph is back. He is signed a 4-game PTO and is the backup goaltender here tonight. It looks like, as we heard from River Dragons coach Jerome Bichard, that we will see Taylor Joseph tomorrow night, Brendan Colgan at home on Friday night. So the River Dragons right now with 3 goaltenders, not sure how long the 3-headed monster will exist, but it does for now. So those are your starting goaltenders here tonight, as Columbus preparing to take on the Mississippi Seawolves in just a few minutes. And it looks like we are a little bit behind tonight. The Seawolves have not even gathered in the tunnel for the introductions yet. So while we have a moment, why don't we take a break, 10 seconds along the network here for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN 2 Columbus and W295 Crystal Valley 106.9. Really rocks.
So we are ready to go here in just a couple of minutes, as I mentioned, and just waiting for the Seawolves to get down there. The River Dragons are all milling about in the tunnel, but just haven't come out yet. We haven't had the anthem or the introduction of Mississippi, but just kind of waiting on them. And as I mentioned, I mean, a Wednesday night hockey game is not your normal to-do here, so perhaps the timing's just a little bit off. Want to remind everybody, if you want to eat with the River Dragons, we have a couple of opportunities coming up for you. The next one at Chick-fil-A Midland is at Tuesday, March 26th from 6 to 7 p.m., where you can get autographs and pictures with the team. And we also want to let you know that the actual next Eat with the River Dragons event is coming up this Sunday at Chef Lee's, and then we also have one scheduled for Texas Roadhouse on North Lake Parkway, Wednesday, March 20th from 6 to 7 p.m. So I know that's a lot, and I'll be reiterating those, and here we go. Finally, we get the officials out here, and now the Seawolves have appeared in the tunnel. But go to ourdragons.com for more information, or even better yet, if you want to really stay up to date on things, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We're not really as active these days on Twitter. It's not even Twitter anymore. I know it's X, but, the shifting popularity of the social platforms. Facebook is your meat and potatoes, right? That's where everything's going to be, all of the upcoming events. When the River Dragons are out in the community, I know we just visited a school the other day and, reading to the kids and all that. That's all going to be up on Facebook. And it's a great place to follow us and see what's going on as well. Also on our Instagram account. And, of course, we're on TikTok as well, if TikTok is your jam. And you know what? I think the River Dragons have some of the best social media in hockey, let alone minor league hockey. So please give us a follow, give us a like, whatever you need to do to see what's going on in River Dragons land. That's another great place to do it, along with our website, ourdragons.com. Okay, so we still don't have the starting lineups announced out there. The Seawolves have appeared in the tunnel, but we're just kind of waiting, as I mentioned, just a little bit of a delay tonight. So tomorrow night, River Dragons are here against the Seawolves. Then on Friday night, Columbus is back home against the Carolina Thunderbirds. 7:35 puck drop, and it's our sensory safe night. It's co-sponsored with Easter Seals, and it gives folks who may have a hard time with the flashing lights and the loud music, we're toning it down for that night. There's still going to be the goal horn. There's still going to be the music. All of that is still going to be there, but the show is just pulled back a little bit. And the reason I mention that and why I think it's an important night, and you know what? I want to say thank you. Several fans have reached out to me on Facebook thanking the River Dragons organization, and I just want to publicly put that out there as well, for having a night like this, especially against a team like Carolina, because there are fans who can come to one game a year, and this is the game they can come to. They can come to the adaptive sensory experience night. There is a safe room that's provided if you need to duck out, if it's still a little too much, if it's a bit of an overload or you need a break. We do have a safe room set up. All you have to do is go to the concierge table in Section 201, and they will escort you to that room. You can stay as long as you need to, and there will be things to help, folks. And it's not just kids. I mean, it's adults who have those disabilities or those special needs that they may not be able to enjoy the sport they love on a regular basis. And so we are very proud to be able to bring them to a game, to have an adaptive experience for them. And you know what? To do it against the Carolina Thunderbirds, such an important matchup, I think is incredible. And I think it's a game that, every fan wants to be at, because that is the marquee matchup in the FPHL. And it's happening Friday night. So we hope you come out and be a part of things and support those as well as the organization. And, of course, Easter Seals does great work as well. Our thanks to them for partnering with us on this to try to help us make it better every year. We did it last year. We're doing it again this year. And it's just a very important thing for us. And you know what? Hockey is inclusive. Hockey should be for everyone. It is not just for a couple of, folks here and there. It's not for the privileged few. It's for everybody. And we want everyone to feel included and part of the River Dragons family, because that's what it is. This is a family, it's a community, and that's important to us that we maintain that sense within the Columbus community. And there's nobody who thinks it's more important to be a part of Columbus than the head coach of this River Dragons team, Jerome Bichard. Look no further than him. All right, so they're going to bring the team out here. And let's see, are they... I don't know if they're doing starting lineups or if they're doing the whole roster here. All right, it looks like they're just doing starting lineups. So I can tell you, just looking down at the ice for the Columbus River Dragons, it looks like they're actually going to give a start to the rookie defender along with Carter Shinkarik. But how about a Hugh Anderson, who, by the way, if you saw this week's Callie's Corner, which came out just before the game on the YouTube channel, actually did get his first pro assist. They added it late after the play and added him his first pro point with an assist on that final goal of the game last week. He's getting the start with Carter Shinkarik out there defensively, so kudos to him. But it's going to be Storjahan, Wickline, and Bersani up front for the River Dragons getting that starting nod. So, all right, it looks like we're just about ready for the anthem down there on the ice. We finally have the introductions taken care of. Everybody's out there. Seawolves are wearing their red uniforms at home here tonight. River Dragons will be in the road whites. And let's send it on down to ice level for our presentation of tonight's national anthem.
Remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem, sponsored by America's Thrift Store. Singing our national anthem tonight is Joe Karuba.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, anthem in the books as we get ready to go here tonight. Before we do drop the puck, I want to send a special hello along to Jeff Herron and the Herron family. And Jeff, hope you're doing well and recovering, and everybody thinking about you as well right now. And you know what, we miss having you guys around, and just want to let you know the entire River Dragons family and that community I was talking about, we support you, we're behind you, and we can't wait to see you back up and at 'em as soon as possible. However, just, you know, make sure you come back at 100%. Want you back at 100%. All right, let's do this hockey. As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey. River Dragons will roll right to left in front of the broadcast location for period number 1. It will be Hunter Bersani in for this face-off here. Wickline, Storjahan on the wings. Anderson and Shinkarik on the points, and right now Lavalier just getting his gear stapled back on. And he's ready to go. They're as ready as he's going to get, I suppose. Here we go. Puck down, we're underway. River Dragons win it over to the wing, and it's chipped in by Mississippi. Chased down there, Anderson around after it. He'll take the bump, move it on to the near side. And now up towards the point. It'll be kept in by Stoya. Flings it wide of the net. Far side, Shinkarik over after it into the corner. Wickline with a pass ahead. Storjahan will lead it up the left wing side. He'll try to dump one in. That hit a defender. And it pinballs into the near corner. Bersani behind the net after it. Try to center it up top. Stoya ends up with it on the far side. Plays it up the wing. That one is cleared past Nielsen out to center. Anderson on the regroup here. Quickly to center, pass too far for Wickline. Columbus changing just 40 seconds into the hockey game. Turned over at center, flung back in there by Anderson. He'll head to the bench himself as it dies in the far corner in front of the Zamboni doors. Played around to the near side. Stoya onto the left wing as Mississippi turns it over. Here's Hunter on the right wing side. Try to put it up top to Kyle Moore, who returns after a 2-game suspension. Played on to the left wing side. Shot coming in by Bach will hit a body in front. And Mississippi will turn it the other way. Led on the left wing side. Here's Kuznetsov. Chips into the corner. Behind the goal it goes. Helen centering feed, but that was blocked away by Underwood. Puck right in front. Underwood has to glove it down. Away to the point, not out. Asselin a shot. Save made in front with the right pad there. As the first test of the game for Lavalier, and he answers in the affirmative. Nice stop on the deflection there. Puck at center again. Now here's a lead, and it's tipped behind McDonald, but he's in with a chance. No, offside. Oh, that one was close. The puck was deflected just enough that McDonald, who was moving in over the blue line at the time, the puck ended up trailing him into the zone. That thwarts that early scoring chance right there. Just 1:34 into the hockey game. Scoreless between Mississippi and Columbus. Face-off just outside the blue line. And now at center, here's Austin Doe, chipping it into space ahead. Petrantonio steps in over the line. He is offside as well. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Your sides are a little off. Get lined up. Make your next appointment online. Also, you can book online 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Reservations highly recommended. Face-off is won back and controlled by Columbus. They'll go up the left side. Doe had it tipped on the other way. Now at center, Jemaev on the pile, near side wall. It's tied up, and that one is dumped back in. Now off Jemaev. He'll send it deep. Asselin after it behind the net. He'll swing it around to the far side. Cut off, and the River Dragons. A shot goes off the outside of the net. Portillo will move it ahead. Chasing it down. Licio after it. Moved away by Slahetka. Outlet up the left wing side. And that one is dumped back down the ice. Duncan will feed it around. Slahetka. Jemaev off his skates. Leaves it back. And now it's dumped out quickly. Petrantonio hit from behind there. Little annoyed, yells at the ref, steps off for a change. Wong try to float it ahead to Bond, stolen away. Here's Slaheka with a lead ahead on the right side, chasing the bouncer to the right wing. River Dragons try to attack. Bersani fed for Wickline, but it hopped off his stick. Now Lind back the other way, weaving with Bond. Lind driving over the Seawolves, right side, centering, feed up the slot, coughed it up. River Dragons push right back. It's opening up a little bit here early on. Columbus steps in, and that one could have been offside. Cleared out to center. Shinkarik will carry it back anyway. Left wing, Anderson moving it up on the wall. Lost it in the skates for a moment, but he's able to get it deep. Bersani after it behind the net. Centering attempt. Well, that would have been on the tape for Wickline, but Stoya had him completely tied up, and the pass goes down the ice. Anderson has to play it around away to Shinkarik. Shinkarik up the far wall. Off Bersani, and the puck just out over the line. Columbus will now pick it up, skated ahead. Shinkarik, right wing side, dumped in by Wickline. Columbus trying to keep the shift short here in the early going. In behind the net, Russell for the Seawolves. Stops, avoiding the forecheck here. McDonald's unit out there now. Seawolves go for the stretch. Helen missed the pass. That's an icing call. And the faceoff will come back down into the Seawolves end. 3:48 into the first period. River Dragons don't have an official shot on net yet. And just one for Mississippi. William Lavalier making the save with a pad. Here in the early going, but now the McDonald, Hunter, and Moore unit. A chance to set things up in the Seawolves end with an offensive zone draw. They battle away at the circle. Stoya had to step in to help out, and he'll pull the puck away behind the goal around the far side away from Hunter. And it's cleared out to center. Ends up back with Bockwell. He'll feed it across. Underwood looking. Cross ice, and he does find Moore, who moves in over the line. Moore to the left side, McDonald back in front. Moore with a tip, missed the far post. Hunter on the right half wall. He'll leave on the cycle. McDonald to the dot. Backdoor for Hunter off his skates. Backhand shot, save made. Rebound swept away before McDonald could get there. He plays it behind the net. Chance to clear it around on the near side here for Anderson. He does get it out to center. Columbus must regroup. They do so quickly. Chipped right back in. Hunter up after the puck. He's challenged by Russell. Centering attempt. Bounced away from Moore to the line. Kept in by Duncan, but now moved out. And the Seawolves at the right side. Kuznetsov chips into space. Fed over to the wing. A chance and a nice block there. Brody Duncan got a stick on it. Back the other way is Hunter. Hunter challenged at center, though, and Lynn took it away. Back on the right side, Licio in with a wrist shot, and that is absorbed by Lavalier. He'll hang on, no rebound. And the draw will come to his left. 4:53 gone here in the first. Face-off coming up to the left of the River Dragons net. Here's Wong in the slot. Stick tied up, couldn't shoot. Columbus trying to push it onto the zone. Not out, and now it'll be Doe skating it out. Doe, cross-corner dump. Petrantonio chasing after, tried to get the shot away. Doe following it up, feeds to the point. Slahetkin with a wrist shot, found the glass. Puck on the near side, and now a stretch in behind, and a breakaway for Bond as he cuts it on goal, and he fired it high. Boy, Bond never even hit the net. Duncan on the far side ends up with the puck. He'll try to move it up quickly, and it's cut off at the line. Again, Bond cutting in space. The River Dragons, a little cross ice in their own zone there, high at the blue line. Dangerous pass. They do get away with it, though, as Petrantonio backhands it in from center. They're going to head off for a change here. Mississippi will stretch back the other way, dump it in. Shinkarik. Anderson back to Shinkarik. Shinkarik on the right side, backhands it around behind the net, coughed it up. A chance in front, goes right through the slot, out the other side. Ends up with Wickline. Wickline trying to move it ahead, up on the right wing. River Dragons driving in, knocked down over there is Andrioli trying to get into the corner after it. He gets back up on his skates. He lost his stick, I think, in the process there. Out of the pile, it's pulled up Storjahan with a shot save made with a glove, and that's held on to there by Wyrick. His first real test of the hockey game. Draw will stay to his left. And we're going to get a timeout here. 6:15 gone in this first period. We're scoreless. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey. It's hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
Good internet.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
The first period is brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland, and the Chick-fil-A Midland Kissin' 99.3 Family 4-pack includes 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorn, 4 Pepsi products, and 4 coupons for Chick-fil-A, and over $100 value for just $40. Take advantage of this great deal, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland, Kissin' 99.3, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Brewster's Ice Cream, and the Columbus Civic Center. 2 Family 4-pack dates are left, March 16th, Faith and Family Night, and April 13th, Fan Appreciation Night. River Dragons with a shot there off the face-off that went wide of the net, and the puck cleared out. Hey, as a reminder, you can only get those Family 4-packs through the River Dragons office. Give us a call, 706-507-4625. That's 706-507-4625. Or come on down in person. We love to see your smiling face come through the door and root on the River Dragons. Mississippi on the regroup out at center. They'll dump the puck in, chased down by Anderson as he goes around after it. Coming up on 7 gone here into this opening frame. Scoreless so far, shots just 2 apiece. Both teams a little sluggish getting out of the gate here on a Wednesday night. Storjahan with the lead ahead, a bouncer that ends up back in the Mississippi end of things here. Seawolves cleared the line, not out. Sorjon keeping it in. Left wing side. He ends up in trouble in traffic. Lost it. Portillo back the other way. He'll fire one in. Lavalier a long distance save. Easy clear for Columbus. Left side stretch pass that missed Wickline. That's going to go for icing. Looked like Wickline might have stumbled a little bit there to keep him from catching that pass. And to bring the face-off all the way back into the River Dragons end of things. A reminder, these same two teams back at it tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. And then we go back to Columbus, 7:35 Eastern time against the Carolina Thunderbirds on Sensory Adaptive Night. Presented in conjunction with Easter Seals. The Thunderbirds in town. Boo. It's actually the only other time we're going to see the Carolina Thunderbirds is at April 13th Fan Appreciation Night. So pick up your family 4-pack now. Well, we should pack the place for that game. I'll tell you what, last regular season home game, it's against the arch rival, the Thunderbirds. Would love to sell out the Columbus Civic Center for the second time this year. Of course, Military Night, we appreciate everybody who helped out with that. It was a tremendous part of that military appreciation evening. And boy, I tell you what, there's nothing quite like it, but it's developed into a marquee event here in Columbus. Seawolves trying to move the puck up at center. They'll dump it in. Around the rim it goes. Chase down there. Underwood fan on a clearing attempt. Seawolves on it. Try to wrap it in front. Comes to the right point. Portillo with a shot and a stick save there. Lind on the left wing. Tried to put it in front. It was blocked away. Bockwill's clear. Knocked out of the air. Kept in by Mississippi. A backhand in front. Bouncing puck. Lind couldn't get a shot away. Underwood had him tied up. Bockwell around to the right side, and now the River Dragons look to move it ahead. Here's a lead pass, left wing. Here's Hunter cutting in. He's got an angle, a shot, and a blocker save. Wyrick out to greet him. McDonald, left point, quick shot. Bockwell in on goal, and the save made there. It's held by Wyrick once again. More cutting in front. A little bit of a cursory type of screen there, but that puck appeared to be skipping in on goal. That's a difficult save for a goaltender because you never know what you're going to pick up on the way in. A little bit of extra English on it sometimes. Hunter, McDonald, and Moore, the line up front. Right now, Duncan and Slahetka, the defensive pair. One back by McDonald, tipped more towards Duncan, but a little trouble on the exchange there. It's cleared out. Lind up the left side. And now Bond getting it over. Russell, backdoor feed. That one missed. Around to the left side it goes, and the Seawolves looking to keep it in here. They try to bank it deep, and it's tied up in that near side corner. Ends up moved out by Columbus. And now Hunter to center. Flips it into the slot area. Cleared right back to him. Ryan Hunter onto the right wing side. Moore up top to Hunter. Hunter had it knocked away, and now Bond the other way. But Duncan, nope, can't get the puck. Bond scoots free, but caught from behind by Slahetka. Bond still on it, though. Turns, looking for a wrist shot. That's blocked by traffic and cleared back out by Columbus. I tell you what, Jackson Bond has been a little water bug out there so far. He's been everywhere. Kuznetsov into the left wing side of the River Dragons end. Feeds into the high slot for Stoya with a wrist shot and a glove. Save Lavalier. Well, that's his best stop here of the early going. A long-range shot there, and a good glove save by Lavalier. So we also just have a jersey number update here. We'll give to you in a minute. Shot in on goal, and a save made once again by Lavalier. But Dominic Montanok is wearing 34. He was listed on the roster as 88, but he's wearing 34 tonight. So a little bit of a note there for you if you were following along. Face off to the left of the River Dragons net. Columbus will push ahead after the draw winner. They put it off the glass. It bounces behind the Seawolves goal. Left side, Jemayev tried to cut it off, but instead moved ahead by Lucas Helland onto the wing. Kuznetsov, but Shinkarik knocked it away. Petrantonio will wedge it back ahead. A bouncer that comes down right to Austin Doe. Doe into the right wing. Delays, waits, wrist shot, and that one off the shoulder of the goaltender and out of play. Doe's wrister actually went off the shaft of the stick of Aslan. A little bit of a change up there for Wyrick. Hit him in the right shoulder, and it skips out over the glass. Turned out, I think, to be a more dangerous chance because it was an off-speed pitch. Face-off will be to the left of the Seawolves goal. Set up on the dot. Mississippi will send it around to the near side. Portillo will bounce it out to center. Bersani on it, getting it back in quickly. Here's Wickline in the left wing corner. Looking in front, Wickline. Put into the glass by Portillo. Puck cleared around to the left point, not out. Shot by Anderson off the goalpost. Oh my goodness, that one caught the iron and is thrown back out to center. Anderson shot. Not sure if it was deflected in. Here's Shinkarikin with a chance at a save made by Wyrick. Out was left to make the stop, but boy, what a glorious chance there. River Dragons push. Here's Bockwell and Rister, and the save Wyrick, he'll hold on. 9:39 to go in the first. We're scoreless. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
All right, we are back with 9:39 to go in this first period, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland. Tom Callahan, my intrepid producer Drew Pierce, over here with me. We are in Mississippi at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. We'll be here tomorrow night too. Scoreless so far in this one, 7-6 shots in favor of the River Dragons. Offensive zone draw for Justin McDonald. Hunter and Moore on his wings. Seawolves win this one away behind the net it goes. Mississippi able to move that one out to center here. Bond has to dump it in. Cleared back out by Bockwell, and now a race for it. That's going to be one back there by Russell. Boy, good read by Russell. He had both McDonald and Hunter breaking for it. His clear hit is Stanchion. Kicks into the slot. Aslan able to carry it out to center. Back on the right side, here's Bond. Bond trying to cut in wide on the wall. Into the right wing corner. He'll go around after it, and that puck ends up on the near side. In the slot, cleared away, ends up back with Underwood behind the net. Bockwell trying to be aggressive with the stick there. He ends up with the puck near side, up to Hunter. Hunter with the lead at center, and now McDonald's in onside, in with a chance, and he scores! Oh, that was in! That puck was across the goal line. The referee waves it off. It's cleared to center, but Justin McDonald was just absolutely robbed of a goal. That puck was well over the goal line. River Dragons back the other way as Hunter will tip it on down. Wow. I don't know if they'll talk about that one once the play comes to a conclusion here. But for now, we play on. Lavalier behind his own net to play it around to the near side. Joe looking to backhand it to the line, kept in at the right point by Stoya. Ends up back with Duncan. He'll bank it away to center. Petrantonio on the right wing, cutting across to his left. Gives it to Duncan. He dumps it in. Cross corner. It dies over there. Lind feeding it behind the net. Stoya pressured by Petrantonio. Stole it away. Petrantonio slot Doe with a shot. And that hit a leg in front. Cleared just out. Duncan will send it back in. Andrioli turning back. Wyrick thought about playing it, then left it there for Lind. He goes out the left side with it. Seawolves not quite out of the zone now. They take an icing here. So that'll give the referees at least a chance to talk about this one, which they definitely should, because that puck was in the net. And let's see if they are talking about it. Justin McDonald's asking them to talk about it. They are discussing it over at the crease here. And I don't know if Mississippi has replay in the building or not. But they are discussing right now. I think they're on the clear comms at the very least, perhaps with the goal judge. That was a short discussion. No goal. Well, that's the wrong ruling. I mean, boy, oh boy. I mean, there was clear separation between the puck and the goal line. But, yeah, we're going to drop the puck, and once they do, no sense shouting at the rain. 7:45 to go in the first. We remain scoreless. I will say this. I don't think that's going to be too daunting to the River Dragons, as they will continue the offensive assault here. The only downside is there's one of the Seawolves players is cutting through the slot there. No icing this time as it's dumped in. Shinkarik will play it around. But what I was going to say, it's not going to be daunting. The River Dragons are certainly one of the best offensive teams in the FPHL. But the downside is, of course, I mean, if you're Justin McDonald, would have been nice to extend the scoring streak early here as he comes into this game in a 29-game league record scoring streak. So certainly he'll want the opportunity. And, I mean, hey, every goal you can get. Quick line with a pass in front. Oh, bounced right in on Wyrick off a skate. He had to make a surprise catch and holds on to it. 6:57 to go in the first. No score.
Sitting over here in section 19 with the winners of the Omni Drawing. 4 free tickets to see the Seawolves. To Whitby.
McDonald right back out there with Moore, and he's got Hunter lined up short behind him here, trying to snap that puck back to his left. And instead, he decides to go ahead with the draw here. Maybe a little subterfuge. But it is cleared out by the Seawolves. And it's pushed back, though, quickly in. Here's Hunter. Oh, offside, whistled down. Ryan Hunter was breaking in with some speed on the left wing. Would have had a good angle on net, but the whistle blows. 6:46 to go in the first. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. Face-off coming up just outside the River Dragons blue line. Or pardon me, outside the Mississippi blue line. River Dragons win it, dump it in, but Mississippi on it, and they'll clear it back out. And they say no icing here on a tip. So Columbus must go back and fetch the puck, send it around. Hunter at center, ahead. Pass was deflected behind McDonald. Aslin will bank it back out to center. Underwood, left side, Bockwell ahead. Hunter tipping it on. McDonald steps in, cutting in the slot, feeds Moore in the right wing, back in front, and he couldn't quite get McDonald with the pass. Bockwell with a long shot in. That's sticked aside by Wyrick. Rebound behind the net to Moore. Moore, slot. Bockwell scores! Bockwell coming in from the left point, takes a pass from Kyle Moore and puts it away past Wyrick. The River Dragons now officially on the board with 6:03 to go in the first. Well, Columbus definitely needed to not let that one get too far away from them as far as getting a goal on the board here. 13:57 time of the marker. And for Nathan Bockwell, that's his first goal of the year, first goal as a pro. Congratulations, Nathan Bockwell. That is his first pro marker. All right. And look at that. With that goal, the streak is now 30 games for Justin McDonald. He picks up the secondary assist on the goal. Congratulations to J-Mac. Oh my goodness, just absolutely insane. Wow. So over the stretch, 30 games with a point now. 24 goals, 44 points, or 44 assists, 68 points. Incredible. So right now the Seawolves trying to figure out how they can try to respond here as they dump it in. On the right side here's Lind leaving it up top. Lind across the blue line with a wrist shot. Ooh, tipped in front of Lavalier, and he made a good stop on that redirect. Puck fed into the middle of the ice. Wong battling. Can't keep it in, though. Columbus pushing it ahead. Now here they come. Jamaev on the right side. Petrantonio forced behind the net. Wraps it around. Out the far side, leaving it for Duncan down for the left point. Duncan in a body battle on the boards here. Looking for help from Jamaev. They tie up over it. Puck pushed behind the net. Track down far side corner. Jamaev over after it. And actually, one of the Seawolves lost their stick in the Zamboni doors. And it's cleared out to center in the meantime. But the River Dragons are going to go for the change. 4:42 to go in the first. 1-0 Columbus. Both teams, in fact, going for the change. Mississippi on the regroup. And now the River Dragons with the puck in their own end, trying to move it out. Andrioli, a little bank pass out to center off the dasher, shoveled right back in. Lavalier will leave it there. And now it ends up Anderson, left side from Shinkarik. Puck in the slot, pushed ahead, and now Columbus attacking. Bersani onto the wing. Storjahan. Bersani going to the net, try to feed it back through. Pass is blocked. Down for the left point. Anderson holding it in. It pinballs away towards the left point. Andrioli covering. Sends it around. Russell in the near corner. Feeds it around the far side. A bouncer on the right wing. Pushed back deep there by Bersani. Cleared off his helmet. Kept in, and now around to the left side it goes. Here's Storjahan. To Andrioli. Andrioli on the cycle, cutting in the high slot to his right with a shot, fed just wide. Bersani to the right wing corner after it. Tied up, Storjahan in to pick up the puck, left for Bersani. Bersani out the far side, a wraparound attempt, save made, and the puck held at the near post by Wyrick. 3:34 to go in the first. River Dragons up 1-0 on the first. Pro goal for Nathan Bockwell. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This first period is brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland on River Dragons Hockey.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable.
But I love you. Please.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
The way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
3:34 to go in the first. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead, and McDonald has done it again. Justin McDonald continues the scoring streak, the league record scoring streak. 30 games with a point. Unbelievable run by J-Mac, and it continues again here tonight against the Seawolves. 1-0 River Dragons. Bockwell from J-Mac and Moore. And it's McDonald, Moore, and Hunter out there up front right now with Bockwell and Underwood on the points. Hey, keep the hot hands out there, right? Face-off coming up to the right of Blake Wyrick, who's seen 12 from the River Dragons here in this opening frame. 7 for William Lavalier in the River Dragons net. Draw one back to the point. Shot Bockwell. That one is blocked on the way in. Goes up to the far corner. Cleared out by Mississippi. And a bank pass on the right side. That missed everybody. Stoya back in his own end after it. He'll try the right side. Portillo will knock it out to center. And Underwood had a pinball away from him, but Bockwell turning it back the other way. Jammed away there from McDonald. He'll come back and leave it into space. Hunter chopping at it. Ends up in on the left wing side where he's pushed to the glass. Portillo cleared it back out. McDonald looking to send it back in. Hit Portillo with it. Puck carries to the River Dragons line. Now it ends up with Underwood. Underwood's going to lead the charge. He'll break in over the line, feeding right side to Moore. Moore to McDonald. McDonald, Moore cutting in front of the backhand, tried to scoot it through, and that is gobbled up by Wyrick. Moore was looking 5-0. Took a pretty heavy chop on the hand there and is wringing out the right hand as he heads to the bench. He wants to have a quick word with the ref. The ref does not want to have a word with him, but Moore showing him his hand. Hopefully Moore's hand is all right. There was no call on the play, but certainly Kyle Moore must have had something happen there that was visible to show the ref. Draw is won by the River Dragons. There's Petrantonio with a feed in front blocked. And now there's going to be a penalty there against Alexander Jemaev for tripping. Here's Bond into the right side corner. First power play of the game is going to belong to the Seawolves. In the meantime, they get the extra man out there. And now it's touched by Doe. 2:22 to go here in the first, and it's a tripping call. Alexander Jemaev into the Abercrombie bonding penalty box. Columbus with the top-ranked penalty kill in the FPHL. They come into the game 86.5%. The Seawolves power play, believe it or not, is fourth in the FPHL, 22.8% this year. Their special teams is not bad. Fourth on the power play, sixth on the kill. Draw to the right of Lavalier, and a big chance here for the Seawolves to maybe try to draw it even before getting to the intermission. Draws one back to the point, and that is kept in. Left side Kuznetsov with it. Nilsson left point. Onto the right side to Russell. Russell to the right half wall. Up the boards, Anderson in the cycle. A pass back across. Looking for Anderson from Barr. Didn't get to him. Chance for Petrantonio here. He takes a chop. No call on that. Swung around the glass to center. And here's Doe with a chance up one-on-one. Short-handed. Austin Doe to his left has to curl away from pressure. Tried to send it back down the ice. Hit the linesman with it. Anderson steps up for Columbus, dumps it to the Seawolves end of things. Boy, that's twice the River Dragons players have been chopped and no call. It's been an interesting first period. We had a no-goal call earlier on a puck that pretty much looked like it crossed the goal line. Columbus did rally to score after that. And now the River Dragons, the first power play of the game, actually belongs to Mississippi here. As Bond will move it ahead on the right side. He cuts in past the D. A centering feed and a diving block of a pass by Hugh Anderson. Boy, the rookie continues to show some heady chops. Over for the one-time Asselin with a shot, and that is kicked out by Lavalier. Puck in the left side corner. Mississippi on it. 41 seconds ago on the man advantage with the Seawolves controlling up top. Bond on to the left half wall. Wrist shot, missed the net. Around the rim it goes. Nobody covering the right point. It goes out to center. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage for Mississippi. And they cough it up just inside the River Dragons line. Columbus will take its time here. Just moving it around in the D zone before firing it on down the ice. 15 seconds ago until Jemaev is onto the box. Stoya at center onto the left wing side. And now attacking one more time. Here's Kuznetsov onto the right wing. He'll send it around the rim. 3 seconds to go. Jemaev ready to hop onto the box here, and he is sprung from that Abercrombie bonding penalty box as the puck is sent out of play. On a deflection there. Faceoff will stay inside the River Dragons end with 19.4 seconds to go in the first period. So Columbus, nice job to get through that penalty kill. Barr is in for the face-off across from Bersani. Face-off one back to the left point. Shot coming in. That one finds the glass. River Dragons clear off the glass, and out it goes, down with 10 seconds to go. And that one will go for icing, with Montanak back for the touch just ahead of wick line. Face off to the right of Lavaliere. Tied up on the dot, one back towards Underwood. Underwood with it, and he'll fire it down again. A little too far in that lead for Storjahan. Wyrick out to play it, and there's the horn. So 20 minutes in the books here. The River Dragons come out with the advantage here. 1-0 is your score. And not the most exciting period of hockey for the River Dragons or the Seawolves, I would argue, but I would also tell you that that is exactly what Columbus would like 2 more periods of. Let's not make it exciting. Let's just kind of snore our way through this one, outshoot Mississippi quietly, come out with a 2-3-4-0 win. And the Seawolves had a little bit of an offensive spark, I think, to start the game. And then in fits and starts, maybe had a little bit of a response here and there. But honestly, on the whole, on balance in that opening period, I mean, nothing that really jumps out at you and makes you say, oh, boy, Mississippi's kind of feeling it tonight, or they've got jump, they've got the legs, even in that power play. Couple of chances. Probably the biggest chance of the period for Mississippi was a breakaway for Jackson Bond. He didn't even hit the net. So the River Dragons do have to keep the old head on a swivel because they know that that's Mississippi will stretch the play. They'll still look for those home runs in behind the D, and they hit one. So just, keep that in mind if you're Columbus. But other than that, a nice, boring first period on the road here on a Wednesday night. And Columbus has that 1-0 lead. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up the scoring for you. We're also going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and we have plenty more coming your way here in just a little bit. 20 minutes into it, River Dragons lead the Seawolves 1-0. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from?
I win. Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
Hi, Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck. Pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
And we are back here in the first period intermission report. Thank you so much for joining us on Columbus River Dragons Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you as it's 1-0 River Dragons in the lead over the Mississippi Seawolves, and we appreciate you being a part of things here. This first period intermission is brought to you by SunSouth John Deere. And for the River Dragons here with that 1-0 lead, as we go back and take a look at the scoring. And again, big moment for a pro when he gets his first pro point, when he gets his first pro goal. Well, that is exactly what Nathan Bockwell did. 13:57, his goal from Justin McDonald and Kyle Moore. A couple of things happen. Moore keeps his scoring streak going. Justin McDonald keeps his league record, now 30 straight games with a point scoring streak going. That's an incredible mark unto itself. And Bockwell, his first goal, 11th point of the year. So just really happy for everybody involved in that particular marker there, and that's a big moment at 13:57. It follows a moment where it appeared earlier, a couple of shifts earlier, that Justin McDonald had actually scored. And the puck rolled behind the goaltender, Blake Wyrick. Referee waved it off. We played on for a little bit, and eventually the referees did huddle, decided no goal. And so for the River Dragons at that moment, that could be, pretty frustrating for any team, but Columbus didn't let it get to them. They continued on the attack, and then Bockwell did score on that nice feed for Moore, and the River Dragons did get on the board to make it 1-0 at that point. That was the only goal of the first period. And we didn't even get a power play in the period until late. That belonged to the Mississippi Seawolves as Jim Aff went off for tripping. But Columbus managed to navigate that as well with a successful penalty kill. And so the Seawolves 0 for 1 with a man advantage in that period, while Columbus did not get a power play chance of its own. But that top-ranked River Dragons PK comes in big again. And I'll tell you what, special teams has been tremendous this year for Columbus. Power play's third, penalty kill is first. And, you'll hear it's a bit of a cliche, but cliches tend to ring true for a reason, especially in the sports world, that your best penalty killer's got to be your goaltender. And Columbus all season long has gotten big saves when they've needed them. And they've had, several excellent goaltenders here in Columbus over the history of this franchise. This year is no exception to that. And they get the saves when they need them. And again, Columbus with a big penalty kill late in the period at a point where with just over 2 minutes left, if Mississippi scores, now it feels like a different hockey game. It could be 1-1. Could be a little bit different game, and instead it's not. And the other key point of that period, I thought, was where Jackson Bond sprung in on a breakaway, breaks in on a lavalier, but just managed to fire the puck high over top of the net. Didn't even manage to hit the net. And so that's another kind of interesting moment in the hockey game where you look at that and you say, you know what? I mean, that could be a turning point as well. So who knows? It's one of those things that the River Dragons may look back on and wipe the brow, heavy exhale, big sigh of relief on that one. So right now, they are a little update for you. They're working on the peg of the right post of the net down to the right of our broadcast location. It is frozen in the ice. It is stuck in the ice. So the Zamboni cannot come out right now. It's waiting. But they've got 5 people down there working on it, trying to get that thing out of the ice. So that may extend our first period intermission by just a little bit. Before we go to our break, we do need to take a 10-second break along the network for station identification. So let's go ahead and do that one right now.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Moore, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
Well, I don't know what they're going to need to motivate that peg out of the ice, but they're certainly going to need something. It is in there pretty good, it looks like right now. And there's a lot of folks trying to figure out a solution for this, but still no Zamboni out there. All right, so shots in the period, by the way, were 14-8 in favor of the River Dragons. As I told you, the power plays 0 for 1 for Mississippi, none for Columbus. And the River Dragons out to a 1-0 lead after 1 period of play. So why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll have our Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard for you. And we will also update not only the NHL, but we're going to take a look at what's going on, a couple of trades in the NHL today ahead of next week's trade deadline. Of course, the FPHL trade deadline is coming down the pipe here in just a little bit as well. So stay tuned. It's going to get interesting. And we'll have more to talk about when we come back. We'll be right back with more in a moment. First period intermission report brought to you by Sun South John Deere on Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from?
I win. Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time!
Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job.
Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
My dog Georgette was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Brian often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Sun South John Deere first period intermission report. Sun South John Deere, equipment for those that do. We are still at a stalemate with this peg. We're up to 6 people. So if you're just joining us, breaking news from the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. There is a very stubborn marsh peg down to our right. They cannot get the peg out of the ice, and they need to do that for the Zamboni to come out. Or they could carefully try to run the Zamboni around it. Not your best option. But if they don't get it out, they certainly could mop around the area or get some water out on the area and then also, be able to squeegee away the snow. I'm really curious right now. They're really unable to get that peg out. This is kind of an interesting conundrum here. And certainly you don't want to do anything that's going to permanently damage the ice. But right now they've got to be looking at different solutions of how to get the peg out of the ice. And whether it's, I don't know, you motivate it with a hammer to get that peg out of the ice or a little hot water. whatever the case may be. The thing is, though, is if you pour hot water in there, you got to move fast and hope it works, because if it doesn't work, the peg's not coming out and it's going to freeze in even more. So this is interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. I was thinking maybe somebody had a real good major league level vice grip. Try to get a grip on it and pull it out, but right now everybody's trying to see what's going on, what the delay is, and even one of the Seawolves players is out there to investigate, but that peg is still in there, and Zamboni hasn't come out yet, so we're going to be stuck here for a little bit of time, but that's all right. You and I, we've got plenty to talk about on our Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, even though we are the only game going on tonight in the FPHL. I've got 3 to tell you about in the NHL. And the Sabres and Maple Leafs have finally found the net once each, as a matter of fact. Willie Nylander, his 34th goal of the season, and Victor Olofsson, his 5th of the year for the Sabres. And that game is tied up at 1-1. 9:30 Eastern puck drop coming up about a half hour from now. You got Red Wings and Avalanche. Senators at the Ducks. That one is a 10 p.m. Eastern time puck drop. And in the men's college basketball out-of-town scoreboard update here for you. Right now, with 2:45 left to go in the second half, number 1 Houston is up 60-54 on UCF. Also in the first half, and just under 11 minutes remaining, number 2 UConn leads number 8 Marquette 16-15. 9 o'clock tip tonight, number 20 BYU at number 6 Iowa State. Also at 9 o'clock Eastern, Vandy is at number 15 Kentucky. 9:30, number 22 Utah State at San Jose State. And we do have one final from earlier tonight. Number 4 Tennessee tops number 17 South Carolina, 66-59. Now, the big news of the day, the breaking news of the day, comes via the NHL trade wire. Now, the NHL trade deadline is coming up here, and the NHL trade tracker got busy all of a sudden today. Yesterday there was one deal made, and it was a bit of a minor deal. Anthony Mantha goes to the Vegas Golden Knights from the Washington Capitals for a 2024 second rounder and a 2026 fourth rounder. But all of a sudden today, the floodgates have started to open. Couple of what I would consider major trades. So let's start with this one. Vladimir Tarasenko has been traded from the Ottawa Senators to the Florida Panthers. That's right, the league leading Florida Panthers just picked up more goal scoring. Tarasenko going to the Panthers in exchange for a conditional 2024 fourth round pick and a 2025 third round pick. That is an absolute steal, if you ask me. And the Senators, the thing is, though, is Tarasenko, I mean, is kind of, I think mercurial is a good word to describe what Tarasenko has been in the last little bit. And they are now going to bring the Zamboni out there and kind of run it around the peg, which probably should have been doing a little while ago, but they're going to start it out there now. But I think that could turn out to be a tremendous trade deadline theft for the Florida Panthers. Is Tarasenko going to be happy in Florida? Is he potentially a long-term Panther? Only time will tell. And he's not a young guy anymore, but he can provide serious value. All right, the Edmonton Oilers make a big-time trade. The Oilers are going for it again this year. And Edmonton picks up left winger Adam Henrique, center Sam Carrick, and a 2024 7th-round draft pick from the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for a 2024 first-rounder and a conditional 2025 5th-round pick. Now, in this trade, the Ducks retain 50% of both Henrique's and Carrick's cap hits, while the Tampa Bay Lightning receive a conditional 2025 4th-round pick to retain an additional 25% of Henrique's cap hits. So he kind of pinballs through Tampa Bay there. The Oilers also get goaltender Ty Taylor in the deal as well. Now, another major trade that went down today is the Colorado Avalanche looking for maybe a little bit of help on the blue line. Bring in defenseman Sean Walker And a 2026 fifth-round pick from the Philadelphia Flyers. They sent center Ryan Johansson to the Flyers, who now get some added scoring depth, and a conditional 2025 first-rounder. Now, is Johansson the guy that puts a team over the top? I would probably argue he's not, but he is nice depth. And let's face it, the Philadelphia Flyers are a team that, they really need to be strong through their depth. And I think this helps with Johansson. They also get that first-round pick. Really here, to me, the item is Walker going to the Avalanche. That is a big-time pickup for the Avs, who have a pretty good blue liner. I don't know if you've heard of him, Cale Makar. That guy's not bad. But so now they add Walker to the blue line that is pretty stout to begin with. Another big trade today, speaking of big defensemen, Bowen Byram traded from the Avalanche to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for center Casey Middlestad. So you kind of see how the dominoes fall in this one. Avs pick up a D that makes Byram expendable. So basically you figure Walker slots in where Byram was, and in the meantime they get Casey Middlestad, who has very quietly for several seasons been a major force offensively in Buffalo. Now they're going to stick him into that lineup, and really the Avalanche have been without Nichushkin for a while now, so that's a question mark for them, and they've been trying to figure out a way to fill out the scoring punch of that team. They add Middlestad here at the deadline. Buffalo gets deeper defensively, and a Buffalo Sabres team that is actually very good on the blue line already gets better. And another trade. Now this one I find interesting because I think the New York Rangers, this is not a going for it trade for the Rangers, but what it is this is a depth trade that really could be the value trade of this deadline. They get Alex Wenberg, a center out of the Seattle Kraken, and they do it for a 2024 second rounder, a 2025 fourth rounder. Wenberg is a guy who can make the Rangers better and deeper, and I really believe that in making this move right here, the New York Rangers may have put themselves in a position where they're going to be able to, make some really good things happen with a playoff run. The depth that they have now down the middle is really important to this team. This is going to be one of those, every year we hear about a trade where a team says, you know what, it didn't look like much at the time, but we picked up this guy, insert name here. And then you look back and it turns out to be that trade that really put that team in position to make a deep run. I think the Rangers may have accomplished that by scooping up Alex Wenberg here. Now, in this trade, a 2025 fourth-round pick goes to the Dallas Stars. The 2025 fourth-round pick belongs, to the Dallas Stars. So Seattle now in possession of that pick from the Rangers. Also, the Kraken are retaining 50% of Wenberg's salary, so that doesn't hurt the Rangers. And I will tell you, here's the other thing. It's funny, you see a lot of these top 10 or top 20 lists of valuable things that are out there. Sometimes you'll see a team's cap space listed as a big asset, and I think that that's one of the cases with a team like the Seattle Kraken that may have that cap room, because there are some teams that don't have that luxury. And in that case, if you're able to retain salary in a deal, look earlier here, just for holding on to 25% of Adam Henrique's cap hit, 2025 fourth-round pick goes to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Well, they've got the room. They're able to kind of tuck that in there and maneuver that trade through. They pick up an extra draft pick. Are they going to keep the pick? Are they going to deal it? Maybe it doesn't even really matter, but Tampa Bay has something of value now for that cap space that they had that might have been just sitting there anyway. So, again, cap space becomes a valuable commodity this time of year and can actually help you not only pick up material players to make a weaker team better, but can also gain you assets in the form of draft picks that you can use a little further down the line. Now, like if a team's going for it and they're giving you, like for instance, when you're throwing out a first rounder, like the Avalanche conditional 2025 first rounder, and of course that's, conditional, or 2024 first round pick from the Oilers to the Ducks, which is not conditional. Edmonton is banking on the fact that that's going to be a bottom 6 pick in round number 1. Edmonton would love for that to be the number 32 pick overall because it means they've won the Cup. At that point, it's Edmonton saying, you know what, our time is now. We're going for it. And the first-round pick, what are you going to get in those last, 5 to 10 picks of the first round? You're still going to get a good quality player, but there's no guarantee at that point. I mean, really, in any given draft, really your top 5, maybe really only your top 3 are bona fide NHL stalwarts. Sometimes not even that is the case. We've seen a couple of guys flop. But that's what you expect when you trade for those picks. But on the other hand, if you're the Ducks picking it up, a very young and building team, you get 2 picks there. And that's only going to help you down the stretch as well, as Anaheim is in a rebuild. Any team to rebuild right now, cap space, bring in more draft picks, cap space, or the ability to move out some of your veteran players, guys, whether they're rentals or not. Maybe some guys have term. You're able to turn it back around and build a young team that 5 years from now, you never know. You might be making the same trade with the Edmonton Oilers in reverse. All right, so the Zamboni has done what it can. And we have a little bit of a stripe of unfinished ice out there. And, I mean, if anything else, they're probably going to have to try to dump some water out there and squeegee that little part of the ice and, try to clean it up as best they can. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll see if we can get some second period action underway here for you. Well, it's 1-0. River Dragons in the lead. Oh, yeah, there's a hockey game going on here tonight on a Wednesday night. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle with a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
All right, we are back and preparing to start the second period here. The referees have returned to the ice, and Well, they put the net back on there down to our right. That sticky peg didn't come out. They're over there taking a look at it now, and who knows. But they did what they could and cleaned up the area. Got some water out there and did try to squeegee up the snow that was there, so hopefully it won't affect too much because the River Dragons are shooting in that end down to our right this period as they roll left to right in front of the broadcast location. But that is the reason for the delayed start to period number 2 here is we were battling that peg down there, which they never really did actually iron that out. So they just kind of cleaned up around it as best they could. And now the Seawolves will defend that goal down to the right of the broadcast location. 1-0 River Dragons. Bockwell the goal, his first as a pro for Moore. And Justin McDonald. McDonald extends his league record scoring streak now to 30 straight games with a point. Tonight's second period is presented by WOW Internet, proud to sponsor the Columbus River Dragons this season. Team up with WOW for fast home internet for $30 per month. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! River Dragons hockey also brought to you by River City Swing Sets. Save big at River City Swing Sets, your local Gorilla Playsets authorized showroom, offering lifetime warranty swing sets and basketball goals, swings, slides, and more. Check out rivercityswingsets.com for the full lineup. Get your big save at River City Swing Sets with free installation on any swing set purchased by saying Go River Dragons. All right. Get the puck down and get her going here as period number 2 looms on the horizon here. Our thanks to all the hockey fans joining us here for this evening's broadcast. The River Dragons and the Seawolves head-to-head here once again tonight and, of course, tomorrow night, these same two teams. Tomorrow night we will also be the only game in the league. And then on Friday night, back home against the Carolina Thunderbirds at 7:35 p.m. That will be a marquee matchup. Tickets are on sale right now for all remaining River Dragons home games. 24/7 at Ticketmaster.com, or, of course, you can come down to the Columbus Civic Center box office and pick up your seats. As they check each end in the goaltenders, and Wyrick is down there trying to shuffle up his crease a little bit, get a little snow generated. Columbus is going to start the same line they did to begin the game. It's Bersani with Wickline and Storjahan. And then Shinkarik and Hugh Anderson on defense here. Bersani in against Wong for the draw as it bounces around. It ends up back with Shinkarik. We're underway. Puck tipped ahead and into the left side. Too far for Storjahan. Now returned to him quickly. He just dumps it in over the line there. Stoya turning it back for the Seawolves. They'll try the near side corner. Here's Lind around after it. He's knocked down over there. Shinkarik in the pile. Puck free to the far side. Anderson looking on the left wing. Storjahan gave it back to him quickly. And now flip it ahead to the line. Wong keeping it in. Battling Storjahan. Bouncer into the slot. Shot by Wong. And that's gobbled up by Lavalier. As he hangs on. Absorbs that one in the butterfly. And a face-off coming up to his right. If you missed the Behind the Bench Coaches Show last night on 106.9 Rocks, one of the more interesting revelations that came out, we did the goaltender show last night, so we had all three goalies on and gave Boomer the night off. But Lavalier telling us that his uncle is Felix Potvin, the former Toronto Maple Leafs goaltender. That was absolutely fascinating. Pretty cool thing to learn. Also doesn't hurt to have the bloodlines, I suppose. You have the makings of a goaltender in you already. Of course, Felix the Cat, very popular in Toronto for a number of years. River Dragons trying to move the puck out as it's pinned up in behind the net. Anderson leaning heavily on his man. Pulled away up the near side. Ends up left point. Aslan drags the blue line. His wrister well wide. Into the far side corner. Justin Barr battling for it. And Helland puts his check into the boards with the River Dragons away with the puck. Here's Wickline to center. Had it checked off his stick. Moved ahead. And now turned right back down. Will it go for icing here? No, they wave it off as Shinkarik gets back. Puck just over the goal line now, stretched the other way. Here's a chance left side in. McDonald to the slot. Wickline trailing. Can't get a shot off. He was hooked up from behind. Boy, again, the River Dragons passing out of a good chance there, but here's Hunter, left side over to Bockwell, has to chase it, feeds it back in front, but it was behind Wickline by the time he got it off. Seawolves trying to clear it out. And it's now bounced out. Underwood couldn't hang on to it. Kuznetsov pushing up on the left side for the Seawolves. He'll feed it behind the net. Underwood paddling it around to the far side, and Hunter chips it off the dasher to himself, trying to catch up, couldn't get to the rolling puck in time. Matanak turning it back. Underwood ahead off of Moore. Ends up with Lind in the Seawolves end. He put it to center. Bockwell tried to shove it back the other way. Second attempt. And now here comes Columbus. Hunter leaving for McDonald. McDonald backhand feed in front. Didn't get through to Moore. Cleared the line, not out. Bockwell fakes, moves it over to Moore. Far dot. Moore protecting on the left side wall all the way up to the point with it. Turns it to an open wing. McDonald in front, looking back door. Hunter put it off the side of the net. Oh, Ryan Hunter had a wide open net. He had Wyrick down and beaten. Just couldn't tuck it home. Pressure on, though. Hunter, slot, McDonald cutting across, hooked up. Couldn't get a shot off. Here's Moore. Moore with a shot. Save made by Wyrick. Might have caught him in the melon as he bops the head like a chicken there a couple times. Mask stays put. He's all right. McDonald trying to steal the puck back here. This is cleared on the left side wall. It's not out. Puck in the slot. A backhand chance. McDonald in front. He scores! Justin McDonald gets Wyrick down, cutting across the goal mouth much the way Ryan Hunter did, except McDonald buries the backhand over the left pad of the prone goaltender. And it's 2-0 River Dragons. So McDonald now 2 points on the night. And for Justin McDonald, that's his team leading 29th goal of the season. And maybe making him feel a little bit better for the one that got called back earlier. 2:54 time of the goal. So Petrantonio and Hunter the assist. There's Jamayev with a wrist shot, just missed on the blocker side. As the River Dragons trying to go to work here once again, but chance to clear it out. It does get to center. Slahetka on it. Bond got run into, was looking around to see who hit him, but there's a lot of traffic there. Bond was trying to skate backwards in anticipation of the pass. He does wrap the puck ahead, though, and here comes Jackson Bond on the left side, cutting it on goal, and Lavalier left the right pad behind to make the save. Puck in the slot, a chance, blocked by Slahetka. Rebound is knocked wide. It comes around to Wong. Nielsen with a shot, blocked in the slot. Columbus will move it out to center. Pass off the skates of Petrantonio, goes down the ice. Stoyer wraps it around the far side, out from behind his own net. Petrantonio keeping it deep in the far corner. 4 minutes gone here in the second. 2-0 River Dragons. Bank pass goes the other way and into the Columbus end of things here. Anderson after it. Trying to spin it back. Kuznetsov draped on him. Shinkarik over to help out. Sends it around to the far side. Storjahan on the wall. Out to center. Wickline. Wickline cutting. Flips it in. Near side corner. Driving after it. Bersani curls back up the near wall. Banks to the right point. Shinkarik looking for a shot. And that one is blocked. Cleared out off the glass. Back to Shinkarik at center. This pass picked off. Went right to Kuznetsov. Shinkarik trying to turn it the other way here, and Bersani will just use the dasher, get it out over the line. Mississippi on the regroup here. Barr looping in his zone end. Left side, Kuznetsov steps in over the line, in with a wrister. That is blocked off the foot of the defender, Shinkarik, as he hobbles a little bit after that one. Moved ahead to Bersani. Bersani has Storjahan with him. He'll just ease it in on the right side. Wickline stays up on the forecheck here. No icing. Played up the near side. Seawolves at least break the zone, but get tangled up at center there. Hunter trying to turn it back the other way. McDonald couldn't pull it out of the pile. Underwood got it back. Hunter left side. Here's Andrioli pushing it. Andrioli on the left wing driving. Tried to center. Pass is blocked. Hunter back after it behind the net. Portillo played it around to the near wing. In the corner, Andrioli bouncing it behind the net. Hunter centers, but that one was well behind McDonald, and that allows Licio to move it out. Falling there was Bockwell, but that play in offside at the line. I think Portillo got a little excited there. Got well ahead of the play. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber. Shop there online at oldschoolbarber.com. If your sides are a little off, get lined up. When you visit Old School Barber Shop, reservations highly recommended. Make sure you book in advance through the website or 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Back with more second period action in just a moment. 2-0, Columbus in the lead. This is River Dragons hockey.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we return here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, and the second period is presented by WOW Internet. WOW is proud to sponsor the Columbus River Dragons this season. Team up with WOW for fast home internet for $30 a month. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! Face off just outside the Columbus blue line. McDonald, Hunter, and Moore out there. Moore trying to direct a little traffic. Puck is won back by Mississippi. Bond jams it in around behind the Columbus net. Puck sent around, and now it ends up going all the way down the ice. No icing here. Stoya back for the touch. Wraps it around to the far side. Hunter tipped to the point. Bockwell holding it in. Long shot in. Save made Wyrick. Rebound. McDonald backhand to the front. He chases after it. Ends up at the left point. Bockwell sent back into the near corner. Here's Hunter on the right half wall. Trying to push his way down to the corner. Kyle Moore tying him up as well. And now the puck free and cutting. McDonald leaves it for Hunter. Hunter in on goal. And that one is blocked away in front. Might have hit Wong on the way through. Seawolves able to clear it out. Bond trying to catch up with it. It rolls all the way down. Lavaliere's got to play it away. Bockwell off the dasher does bounce it to center right into the Seawolves changing. Boy, always a good play to just throw it into the tangle. Maybe you get a too many men call. Back into the left side in with a shot there, and that one is knocked away as Barr is met by Lavaliere at the near post. Far side, played around, hit a stanchion, kicks into the high slot. Wrist shot attempt. That one is blocked off a shin pad. Ends up at the left point. Asselin shot didn't get through the traffic either. Backhanded out by Bockwell down the ice, but that'll be an icing call. So Columbus does not get a chance to change up the lines. A couple of tired guys out there. Bockwell and Underwood remain on D, along with Hunter, Moore, and McDonald up front. McDonald slowly cruising back down the ice with the stick across the knees, but he's going to be charged with winning this face-off here. As he's in across from Barr. 6:58 gone here in the second period. 2-0 Columbus. Puck is won by Mississippi, but pushed out ahead by Ryan Hunter. Hunter is going to make it to the blue line and dump that one in. He heads to the bench for the change. That was the end of the burst for Ryan Hunter, but he got the job done. Now the puck turned over at center, and here's Jamaev on the left side moving in. Petrantonio pass off the toe of his stick, though, feeding it to the point. Slahetka with a shot right in on goal, and that's handled and held by Wyrick. River Dragons looking for maybe a tip, a little bit of a screen there. Wyrick out on the angle to make the save. Face-off will be to his left. Petrantonio, Jamaev, and Doe remain up front with Slahetka and Duncan on the points. Tied up in the circle and pushed ahead now by Mississippi. Here they come ahead. Licio onto the right wing. Moving it wide. There's a shot in on goal handled by Lavaliere. Rebound onto the near side. turned over at the side of the net. A shot hit a defender. Now they jam away at the near post. Puck is free now, covered by the goaltender. And Portillo shoving in front. Linesmen get in there fairly quickly. River Dragons with a 2-0 lead here, 7:37 into the second, and they would be well advised to just let the sleeping dogs lie here. No real reason to poke the bear for Portillo or Lucas Helland in the game here tonight as well. A reminder, Tyson Lambert will be back tomorrow night. This is the final game of his suspension here tonight. Draw to the right of Lavalier, played over to the near side wall, not out. There's a long shot in and a left pad save. Puck to the right point. That one is blocked by the D. Duncan getting in the way of it. As it's poked ahead there, Petrantonio can't come up with it. Sent back in. Slahetka, D to D to Duncan on the left side. Duncan with a lead ahead that was tipped on to Lind. Stoya had to hurry it out to center, but finds a target. Here's Licio in left wing with a shot. Blocker save there, just getting a piece of it. Lavalier. That one was ripped and maybe ticketed high corner. Columbus will move it out the other way, though. Here's Petrantonio digging up the right side. Wide to Stoya, who slapped it off his stick. Pucking behind the net, but Petrantonio up with it. Out to the far corner, feeds the left point. It was overskated there, but now River Dragons pick it up. There's a shot by Shinkarik, side of the net, and that one a dangerous attempt there. Wyrick got the right pad on it. Pushed up the near side, and nobody at the right point, so the puck goes out. Columbus in the middle of a change here. Anderson on the left wing to center, gets to the line, he'll dump it in. Columbus finishing up that front line change here as Wickline moves up on the forecheck. Out there with Storjahan and Bersani as the puck tipped down the ice, chased down there by Anderson. He has Bond all over him, runs into his man to the far side, and now the puck at the side of the goal is knocked away by Shinkarik. He tried to ramp it around, hit a stanchion. Puck stays in the near circle. Wickline able to move it ahead now. Storjahan pushing up with Bersani. Flips it ahead for him. Bersani into the left wing corner after it. Loops behind the net, out the near side. Wickline with a shot, healed it. Puck in on goal, Wyrick holds. Again, a bit of an off-speed pitch there by Wickline off the heel of his stick and forced an awkward save out of Blake Wyrick, but he makes it and hangs on. Draw will be to his left. 9:14 gone here in the second. 2-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Justin McDonald with a goal and an assist to extend his league record scoring streak to 30 games. Draw one back, Mississippi on it. Fed around to the far side. Kuznetsov lifting one out to center. Lucas Helland was out there looking for the breakaway pass, but by the time that Rainbow got to him, it was well behind where he was stationed. He actually had to stop at the line. Mississippi moving the puck around in its own end right now. Trying to advance here. Well, as Barr tips it down, but well behind center. This should be icing. And it is. 18 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this hockey game. The draw will come back into the Seawolves end of things here. Face off to the right of Wyrick. Andrioli out there now with McDonald in at center for the face-off. Onto the left wing. Moore unable to come up with it. Puck cleared to the line off Andrioli, though, and now it's sent back down the rest of the way. Chased by Columbus, and they say no icing as it dies in the corner. Bockel up the wall, not out. Helland keeping it in on the right side. Andrioli trying to push him off the puck. Kuznetsov looking to move it into space. Poke free behind the net. Underwood near side around to Moore. Moore with a lead to center. And that one, Lind will recover first. Move it to Asselin. Asselin quickly back to center. Bockwell intercepts at the River Dragons line. There's a lead for Andrioli. Tips it down into the corner. Couldn't hang on to the pass. Asselin feeding it to the far side. Lind around on it. Now that lead missed. Down it goes. And it will just make it over the goal line, but they wave off the icing in the meantime. 9:24 to go in the second. 2-0 your score. River Dragons back the other way, led by McDonald right side. Justin McDonald on the right half wall, still with the puck in space, feeds all the way to the left point. Bockwell will send it around the rim. McDonald behind the net. Cuts it off. Curls far side on the backhand. His shot, save Wyrick, and he'll hold on. That'll get us to a break with 9:06 to go in the second period, presented by Wow Internet. 2-0 Columbus in the lead. We are back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
With Wow, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps, all for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle at your neighborhood Tim's.
.906 to go in the second. Tom Callahan here with you. Same two teams back at it again tomorrow night here from the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum, Columbus and Mississippi. And then Friday night, River Dragons back home to take on the Carolina Thunderbirds at 7:35 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now for all remaining River Dragons home games through Ticketmaster.com. And tomorrow you can head on down to the Columbus Civic Center box office as well if you like. Also, you can bring your group out, just 10 or more folks. And we would love to have you come out and enjoy River Dragons hockey in a group. There's plenty of benefits from that. We'll talk about it in a moment here. Shot in on goal is tipped away in front, and now the Seawolves out to center as it's dumped into the Columbus end. By the way, you can always go to ourdragons.com for all that information. If you do want to bring a group out, just give us a call. We will set someone up to get in touch with you. And you know, it's a lot of fun. Folks from work or school or maybe your family, come on out. You can celebrate your birthday with us, whatever it is, anniversary. It's an awful lot of fun to do it at a River Dragons hockey game. Columbus moving it up the left wing side. On the left wing, here's Jemaev cutting it over the line. Kicked it ahead to Doe. Cross ice. Petrantonio's got room in with a shot. And that one is stopped by Wyrick. Puck around into the far corner. On the left half wall, here's Jemaev. Jemaev, his wrister off the outside of the net. Now back the other way. Here comes the Seawolves with a long wedge ahead. That one is going to bounce all the way back down low. Bond beating out Slaheka to the puck. Bond out the far side. Stops, feeds, left point, Lind. Top of the circle, gets it back up top. Wrister by Stoya, deflected wide in front. Bouncing puck in front to his left. Lavalier with a save, and he will hang on. It was getting a little dicey there for a moment, the way that puck was bouncing around, but Lavalier to his left, solid, makes the stop. 7:47 to go in the second. 2-0 Columbus. River Dragons have Wickline, Bersani, Storjahan out there with Shinkarik and Anderson. In the net, Shinkarik after it now. Right side to Wickline. Wickline, left wing lead, but that one is tipped out of the air by Bond. Anderson swats at it, and the puck goes out of play. 7:35 to go in the second period. They're going to drop it on the dot at center, they say. Face-off coming up here between Bersani and I believe that's Barr. No, that's Wong in for the face-off. One back by the River Dragons. Anderson will try to move it ahead, and that's deflected. Ends up in front of the Seawolves bench. Now pushed back into the Columbus end. Or once again, they will regroup. Right-siders Wickline ahead into space looking for Storjahan. Storjahan in with Bersani going to the net. Leaves it into the high slot. Cutting down is Anderson in with a shot of his own. Save Wyrick. No rebound. Good crowd in front, though. River Dragons, good presence in front of the net, trying to make some things happen. And Wyrick has done a nice job, not really allowing any rebounds tonight. He's been really on top of things out there, so can't fault the Seawolves goaltender tonight. He's done a nice job. Face off to the left of the Mississippi net, controlled by the River Dragons. Hunter put the puck in front here. McDonald to the left side wall after it. Cycles it to Moore. Moore looking cross ice as Underwood cut down for the right point. He can only send it around behind the net. Onto the left half wall. It's tied up over there. Hunter with the puck in his skates. Kuznetsov cycled it back behind his own net. Aslan having to chase it around to the near side. He reverses, but Moore is the one who will get there first. Kyle Moore with the backhand in front, cut off by Aslan. Cleared off the glass and out past Shinkarik. Shinkarik back after it, cutting in front of his own end, loops behind the net, now on the right side of the lead to center. McDonald trying to tip it on, but he couldn't handle the pass. It rolls away from him, but he continues on all the way behind the net. Around to the right side, Moore couldn't get there in time as it's tipped out. And it's center, sent down by Barr right in on net, and that's just going to be covered by Lavalier for the whistle. 6:18 left to go in the second period. Shots are 23 for Columbus, 15 for the Seawolves. Face off to the right of the Columbus goal. Jemayev in for this face off here. And across from Dalton Anderson of the Seawolves. He is booted out, and now in steps Andrioli instead. Draw one back to Stoy at the lip point. Wrist shot finds a glass. Puck on the far side, cleared around to the near wing. An attempt to get it out is blocked. Kept in by Portillo, but his shot hit Bockwell. Jemayev trying to dance his way free there. Sends it to the far side. Underwood gave it back to Jemayev. And Jemayev with some room to roam. The pass on the left side goes off of Montanak and into the River Dragons bench again. .552 now left to go in the second. Pace is slowed in this one here in the second period. We had a bit of a delay even starting the second period. They couldn't get the peg out of the net down to our right. I wonder if they're going to try to take it out again here after the second period ends. Dumped in on goal, and that's held by Wyrick. He's not moving that anywhere. Interesting all the way around here, though. Jemayev, Andrioli, and Doe out up front. And the puck pushed right in front of the net, but the River Dragons unable to get to it in time. Cleared back in by the Seawolves. Lind now has to go behind his own net here. Jemayev forcing him out the near side. Lind up to center. Puck off a skate, corralled there on the left wing with a dump in front and sticked away calmly by Lavalier. River Dragons can't clear, though. Bach will try the far side. That was cut off on the rim by Wong. Jemayev in that pile, spins. And he backhands it around to the near side where Andrioli waits on the half boards. Sends it back to Underwood. Underwood onto the left wing off the skates of Doe. It does get over the line. Bach will up with it. He'll wait. Get it across to Underwood. Underwood from center dumps it in. River Dragons start a change here. 4:49 to go in the second. 2-0 Columbus. Bond will fling that one in around behind the net. It goes onto the far wall. Duncan trying to move it out. Ends up with Storjahan. Storjahan to Slahecka. Slahecka backhand lead ahead is picked off by Aslan at center. Boy, good thing he got there. Otherwise, that would have been a home run. Quick line. Pushed in over the line. Has to get back out. Now they're onside. Back in right side. Bersani with a shot. Left pad save Wyrick. Right half wall. Storjahan feeds a point. Slahecka walking in. His chance is deflected away. Ends up in the far corner. Behind the net, here's Wickline. pinned up on the board centers. Quick shot right, pad save, Wyrick. What a great stop there. And now puck rolled down on the left side. Here's a chance wide. Helland tried to shake the man, feeds it into the slot. A shot. Oh, blocked off high by Slahecka. Looks like he's all right. Wickline will move it the other way. Boy, a great stop by Wyrick, and then the other way, a good chance for the Seawolves. Mississippi in again with a shot and a blocker save. Lavalier way out on the angle. Rebound to Wickline, who moves it ahead. Duncan moving it to Slahecka in. He'll leave it off on the wing with a shot, and in front of the net, Hunter was just decked by a couple of Seawolves defenders. He'll get back out of the zone as Columbus finishing a line change here. Shinkarik right side to Kyle Moore. Moore steps in. He's got help with him. Moore on the right side. Cut down in the pulled down. No call as Kyle Moore was literally tripped. And the referee just waves him onto the zone. Okay. Icing against Mississippi. I have no idea what the River Dragons are going to have to do to get a penalty call tonight. In the first period, there were two pretty good slashes that went uncalled. That one was a trip in front of the ref that went uncalled. Yikes. 3:07 to go in the second. 2-0 River Dragons in the lead. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps, all for only $30 a month with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from?
I win. Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow.
So they just had a Sweetheart of the Game promotion in-house here, and they told a fun little story, and it's interesting to hear, how things, I guess, come full circle, but they were just saying that this couple they were interviewing was on their first date ever, and I guess at a recent game, the story being told was that they had a couple that said they met and came to a Seawolves game for their first date, and then were celebrating 20 years of marriage. So, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. 2-0, River Dragons in the lead. 3:07 left to go in the second period. Tom Callahan here with you. Drew Pierce doing the producing here tonight. Face off will come up to the right of Blake Wyrick in the Seawolves net. River Dragons trying to dig it out of the circle there. McDonald on the left side as the puck is pushed ahead, and here comes Mississippi to center. They'll move it in over the line, and that one is pushed in towards the slot area. Shinkarik to the far side, Hunter the other way, and now McDonald to break on the right side. Here's Justin McDonald moving in with a shot, and Wyrick a stick save as he tried to go low blocker. Now pushing it back ahead, Mississippi the other way, Kuznetsov dumping it in. No icing here. Lavalier a little hesitant to play that one. Let Anderson come back for it. Pushed ahead now on the wing, tipped in by McDonald to the right side corner. Hunter back up the right half wall where McDonald waits into the slot. Off the skate, Moore couldn't quite get the shot away. Cleared back around, McDonald on it. Pushed it back into space, but it's cleared out now by Mississippi. That center bounce past Shinkarik, and now up the left wing. Here they come. Bond with a wrist shot in. Save Lavalier. Rebound is pushed behind the net. Boy, Mississippi, a quick attack and transition as the River Dragons a little trouble getting back to defend it. Here's a shot in front, tipped wide by Wong. Rebound far side, wrapped around by Bond, but he lost the handle. Has to chase up to the right point, loops at the blue line, leaves it off for Russell. Russell, far dot, wrist shot, maybe trying to go backdoor for a tip, but the puck missed. And now 2-on-1. Petrantonio moving it ahead with Hunter. Catching up as McDonald. Hunter drags in with a wrist shot. He missed the net. To the right point, kept in by Underwood. Down low for Petrantonio out there on the change. Petrantonio ran into the referee, lost the puck. Bond the other way, minute and a half to go in the period. up by himself, 1-on-4, lost it. Now turn back for Petrantonio, and he will wedge it into the left side corner. Doe going to get it. Doe tied up with Stoya. Jamaev into the pile. Puck free to the near side. Mississippi on it there. Seawolves able to move it to center. Up 2-on-2. They weave. Plays onside at the line. They try to push in. Puck ends up at the right point. Stoya with a drive, and he missed on the stick side. Chopped out by Columbus. And indeed out of play. 59.1 seconds to go in the second period. 2-0 your score. And Josh Petrantonio having a word or two with the referee and gesturing back into the offensive zone. I'm sure Petro is probably broaching some of the subjects we have here tonight, namely that, 40 minutes in, the River Dragons don't have a power play yet. Face-off coming up just outside the Columbus blue line. Bersani, Wickline, and Storjahan up front. Seawolves win the draw. They'll drive it in. Lavalier stops it behind the net. Fed around to the far side. Columbus looking to break the zone. A clearing attempt, and Bersani had to reach back for it. Kept in by Bond. Duncan after it. Moves it free. Slahetka with a rolling puck right side. Wickline ends up with it. He'll get it ahead. And now Storjahan moves it in over the line. Feeds the right side. Bersani in on goal, and an easy catch and hold there for Blake Wyrick. 33.1 seconds away from getting into our second period intermission report. And we're going to open it up. We're going to do the mailbag tonight. 844-987-4456. Text us your questions. And a chance to win an Ignite Sports prize pack. I need your name and your question to 844-987-4456. 844-987-4456. And our mailbag in the second intermission. Best question is going to win a River Dragons Ignite Sports prize pack. Might be some fun stuff in there from across the Ignite Sports portfolio. As it's cleared back down the other way, I can tell you it does not disappoint. They are fun prize packs. Hint, hint. Back on the left side, here's a chance in with a shot, shoulder save. Lavalier with a big stop right there in tight on bar. Puck not out. Lynn shot, that's blocked in front. Columbus still can't clear it out. They will, however, keep it for the remainder of the period and run the clock out. But Lavalier had to come up with another save there at the horn. He actually had to make a couple of decent stops here in the second period. And I'll tell you what, not the easiest thing to do when you haven't been super engaged throughout the course of the hockey game, but William Lavalier getting the job done. And the River Dragons continue to lead this game 2-0 as they head off into the sunset of the second period. And again, Petrantonio over to talk to the referee on his way off the ice. And just really trying to maybe curry a little something in the way of favor here. The River Dragons off the ice with that 2-0 lead, so we will step off and head on into a bit of bill paying time. When we return, we have our second period intermission report that is brought to you this evening and all season long by Shredaway. We've got our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Zelmo Zip-In. Also, we'll look back at the scoring wrap from that period for you as well. And again, we'll do the mailbag segment in the second segment of the intermission report. 844-987-4456. You can text your question in to that phone number. And we will also take a look at what's going on in the NHL as the trade tracker got busy today. All of a sudden, deals starting to happen ahead of next week's NHL trade deadline. Back with more in a moment. 2-0, 40 minutes in. River Dragons in the lead. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle with a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Dum-dum-dum. Get low, get low, get low. 369, ooh, she fine. Hoping she can sing it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
By shred away 2-0 Columbus River Dragons in the lead. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, and we're back at it again tomorrow night. River Dragons and the Seawolves, and then Columbus back home for a Friday night tilt against their arch rival, the Carolina Thunderbirds. Should be a lot of fun. 7:35 p.m. Tickets on sale right now through Ticketmaster.com. And regular business hours at the Civic Center box office. You could go now, but really nobody's going to be there. But we appreciate the enthusiasm. 2-0 River Dragons after 2 periods of play. Before we get to the scoring summary, let's take a quick break, 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Moore, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
2-0, 40 minutes in. And let's take a look at that scoring summary for you. Back in the first period, the River Dragons got out to a 1-0 lead on that Bachwill first ever pro goal. Congratulations to Bachs for netting his first as a pro. And Justin McDonald picked up an assist along with more on that goal to extend his league record point streak to 30 games now. Well, in the second period, McDonald scored from Hunter and Petrantonio. Took a pass at the far post, cutting across the goal mouth from left to right on his backhand, and throws it over the left pad of the sprawling goaltender Blake Wyrick to make it 2-0 Columbus. That's the only goal of the period. There were no power plays on either side in that period. In fact, we've only had one power play total in the game, and that belonged to the Mississippi Seawolves back in the first period. So Columbus is zeros, 0 for 0 in the period and the game on the power play. And the Seawolves 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Shots in the period favored Columbus 13-12. And for the hockey game, 27-20 in favor of the River Dragons. So let's look at our scoring summaries. I picked up the Chuck-a-Pucks here at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. And when we come back, we're going to get to our Elmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard and your final chance to text in your questions right now. 844-987-4456 for the mailbag. 844-987-4456. Back on the board in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Ice Spice?
Wait, who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable. But I love you. Please. Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
My dog, Georgette, was diagnosed with cancer. After her treatment, we would pass Chick-fil-A. I started seeing Mr. Bryan often. She would get her little treat of whipped cream.
We recognize each other, Georgette and I do. That particular day, Elaine pulls up. She said, Georgette is cancer-free.
I came around the corner with Georgette in my car, saw all the employees out there just like clapping and cheering. I started getting really emotional because I was just like, that's so nice.
We love all our customers that come through. This one just happens to have 4 legs. Congratulations, Georgette.
Don't miss your chance to win at Victoryland Casino. We're open 24/7, so come on in for nonstop gaming action. You'll find the latest, hottest, most exciting games around, and you'll love the fun bonuses and big jackpots. Plus, you can watch and wager on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. Your best bet for big wins is just minutes away at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Back here in the second period intermission report, 2-0 River Dragons lead after 2 periods of play. My goodness, my mailbag overfloweth tonight. On a Wednesday night, we're the only team in the league going tonight here against the Mississippi Seawolves. So I'm going to have to kind of race through this out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passion since 1999. In overtime, it finally comes to a close. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Buffalo Sabres 2-1. Austin Matthews, number 54 for the overtime game-winning goal. Red Wings and the Avalanche, the second half of a TNT Max doubleheader. Red Wings and Avs are tied up at 1. Fabry, the power play goal for the Red Wings. Cale Makar is 15th for the Avalanche. Senators, Ducks just about to get it underway here. In men's college hoops, let's see what's going on right now. Do we have finals from earlier? We do. Tennessee, number 4, 66-59 winners over number 17, South Carolina. Number 1, Houston beats UCF 67-59. Game's going on right now. Early in the second half, number 2, UConn 59-51 over number 8, Marquette. At the half, number 20, BYU leads number 6, Iowa State 38-27. Also at the half, Vanderbilt trails number 15, Kentucky 45-40. Early in the first half, you've got number 22, Utah State, 27-24 over San Jose State. That's what's going on there. And the NHL trade tracker. Got to talk about this. Vladimir Tarasenko goes to the Florida Panthers from the Ottawa Senators for a conditional 24 fourth-rounder and a 25 third-rounder. Another big trade, the Edmonton Oilers pick up left winger Adam Henrique, center Sam Carrick, and a 24 seventh-rounder from the Anaheim Ducks for a 24 first-rounder and a conditional 25 fifth-rounder. And there's some salary retained in there, 50% by the Ducks of Henrique and Carrick's cap hits. Defenseman Sean Walker goes to the Avalanche along with a fifth-round pick from the Philadelphia Flyers for center Ryan Johansson and a conditional 25 first-rounder. And Bowen Byram, the defender, goes to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for Casey Middlestat, who ends up with the Colorado Avalanche. And Alex Wenberg, now a New York Ranger, in exchange for a 24 second-rounder and a 25 fourth-rounder. All right, let's get to the mailbag. I got a couple of minutes to get a lot of questions in here. From Sam, can you get an assist on your own goal? No, you cannot. And if the passing play would go, and the example given is Bersani and Storjahan. If Bersani scores and it's a 2-on-1 and they pass back and forth, the only assist goes to Storjahan on that goal. You cannot assist on their own goal. So, Tom, are you concerned at all after 2 road games that our boys might be tired for a Friday home game, Susie? I'll tell you what, these guys have all played a lot of hockey this year, Susie, and yes, Carolina's going to be fresh on Friday night. Yes, we're going to have played a couple of games with some travel mixed in, but, I mean, these are young guys. They're going to be all right. Plus, they only played 1 game last week, and they had a couple days off here before they got back to practice this week, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's my favorite arena or rink besides the Civic Center, Montgomery wanting to know. Let's see. If you want to say in this league, I really like Binghamton. I like going to Binghamton. It's a barn that I called games in a long time ago when I was just first starting out as well. It's got a lot of history to it. Binghamton, New York is a great hockey town with a great hockey tradition. I'm going to pick Binghamton, I think, is my favorite place to go. So that one's fantastic. NHL rink, I love Vancouver, if you want to talk about that one as well. Let's see, what else do we have here in the mailbag? Jonathan asks, what's your favorite thing to do when you're not announcing? And Jonathan says you're my favorite, by the way. I appreciate that, Jonathan. Man, what is my favorite thing to do? You know what? I love to listen to music. I play guitar. I also love to play golf. Big fan of golf. Also a big video game guy. I like board games, card games. I like to get into the card games on the bus as well and have some fun with that. I enjoy any of that stuff. It's a lot of fun. I like to read. And you know what? My new kick that I'm on lately is audiobooks. And, you know, I appreciate that Ron drops in with this one. The Stanley Cup will hold 23 12-ounce beers. Thanks, Ron. Dropping in with that one. That's fun. Chandler out of Gatesville, Texas, says, longtime fan of the Cottonmouths and River Dragons. Heard me say the league will expand, but only east of the Mississippi. Why not to Waco, Texas, Lafayette, Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana? All been minor hockey markets in the past. Chandler, I think it has a lot to do with the footprint. They may go west of the Mississippi. I think they're talking about the possibility actually of trying to see if Texas might be a viable market in the future, one way or another. I've heard Beaumont come up. And I know what you're saying. There are a lot of very good old hockey towns out there with a good tradition, just like Baton Rouge. And I think now that Baton Rouge is there and they seem to be working, they've got good attendance this year, that might encourage the league to try to push out a little bit more towards your area there. So you may see an FPHL team showing up in Texas here in the next little bit. So I'll tell you what, Chandler, take heart, because if the league sees it works, they'll try to kind of go that way, and that's not an exaggeration. I mean, you go where the money is. If you have an ownership group, they may end up there. Carlos wants to know, hey, Tom, potato or macaroni salad? Carlos, mac salad. Absolutely. Also, if I have a choice between potato salads and it's a mayo base or a mustard base, I actually kind of like a mustard based potato salad, even though I'm a big mayonnaise freak. So there you go. You know what? That's about all we've got time for right now. Plenty of questions in the mailbag. I'm going to try to see if there's any others that I might be able to get to in the period. I will pick a winner. I will let you know who it is when we come back. Third period action coming up in just a moment. 2-0. River Dragons in the lead, 40 minutes in. Third period action on the way. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus, bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing.
Wow. What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
low. But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's, Zelmo's, Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's, Zelmo's, Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful. Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this. Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Oh, how many restaurants can I fit in my house? And then I like Applebee's a lot, but there's so many choices. Hannah, this is an outstanding question that requires a lot of thought. And I'm going to ask one, Drew. I'm going to give you this one, as that one was dumped in icing right away here, 7 seconds in. So, Drew Pierce, my intrepid producer, I want your opinion on this one. JoJo's 8-year-old asked, if the River Dragons were a dog breed, which dog breed would they be? Give that some thought. That's a pretty good one. I like that. That's another good one. So Ethan's 8-year-old son Finley wants to know why zebras wear stripes. Ethan, I have a question for Finley. Are they black stripes or white stripes? Are zebras black with white stripes or white with black stripes? There is an answer to this, by the way. And pushing ahead, here's Bond. Let's talk some hockey here as he moves into the backhand, sent it right across the goal mouth, out the other side. And the River Dragons ahead through center. Lead on the right wing. Here's Wickline. He'll chomp that one in. Puck ends up in the far side corner of the Mississippi end. And the Seawolves look to move it back out on the right side. Here's Nielsen at center. Lost it, but carried in. Stoya offside. 34 seconds into the third period. Drew, do you have an answer on the breed of dog? What would you think?
Think about that.
He's going to have to think about that. All right, that's fair. It's there's some pretty good ones in there. I mean, sometimes I feel like the River Dragons give off strong golden retriever vibes. I kind of get that from them sometimes. So that might be my answer. Face-off just outside the blue line is won back by McDonald. McDonald, Moore, and Hunter out there as the puck is bounced ahead to the blue line. Kicked back the other way by the Seawolves. And they will regroup here. Try the left side. Puck at center. Here's Moore stepping back in over the line. Turn back, and now Helen quickly up the left side. He'll try to push in. That one is poked away. I go back to the restaurant question. Man, there's so many, because I've lived in so many different places. I've lived in 9 different states in my life and moved around quite a bit. And I've eaten at a lot of regional places, and I could probably give you at least 2 or 3 choices for every city I've lived in. But boy, there's some good ones. The Loft has really good food, actually, too. Speaking of Columbus, dumped in from center. That one's going to end up in behind the Seawolves net. That'll be left there. Stoya will set things up. He'll wait it out here. Both teams changing it up here. Stoya in no hurry to move it. The fans are kind of trying to urge him to move it, but he's got to wait for his teammates to finish changing as well. But then he gave it up in the slot to Jemayev, in with a shot, and he missed on the glove side. Puck is cleared off the glass, and now, boy, after all that time, it was just a pizza up the slot. Portillo in with a shot, and a right arm save there by Lavalier. Rebound cleared out by Petrantonio. Seawolves back after it as they try to loop the other way. I think because I'm so stuck on this, I think, Hannah, you're going to be the question that wins the prize pack tonight. I'm just stuck on your restaurant question as it's frozen at the side of the net because it's such a good one. There's so many options. But I still have some other questions I'm going to try to get to here in this one. Don Odom is asking a 2-part question, of which, Don, right now I only know the first answer, and I'm going to try to look for the second answer. Drew says definitely golden retriever, by the way. He's on board with my golden retriever. Largest venue in the FPHL, I believe we're at it tonight. It is the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Bond pushing up the left side, in with a shot, and that one is blockered away by Lavalier into the corner. Cleared out to center. And pushing it ahead, Andrioli just being pesky here. Pushed it all the way down the ice. That forces Wyrick to come out. He gave it to him in the corner. But Lind able to bail his goaltender out. River Dragons keep it in, though. Shinkarik in with the shot save made. Rebound in front. They jam away. Puck loose in the crease. And now it's covered by Wyrick. And we get the first real shoving of the game. Wickline involved in a shoving match with one of the Seawolves players down there. I can tell you Wickline's not really interested in dropping the gloves. That was Russell and Wickline. I think they're both going to just end up in the penalty box, which honestly has been seldom used here this evening. Russell going after Wickline, and they push one more time before getting in the box. My guess is we're going to get a couple of roughing minors here. 2:42 into the game, or 2:42 into the third period, I should say. See if they're going to go 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. That is the real question for me. And Bersani is going to go back off. I believe 4-on-4 is what we're going to do. Yes, it is. So it's Storjahan and Andrioli out up front with Anderson and Shinkarik, and that's going to bring Shinkarik in to have a little chat here with Andrioli and Storjahan, and then he's going to go talk to Anderson. Just so everybody's on the same page here. There's a quick shot off the draw, but it was blocked by traffic. Puck cleared out to center. Anderson on it. Yep, a couple of 2-minute roughing minors there. 4-on-4 indeed. Columbus pushing in on the left side. Here's Andrioli on the half wall. Knocked down, tried to move it in front. Puck taken away by Bond. Tell you what, Jackson Bond's been everywhere tonight. He generates speed up the left side. Shinkarik able to recover, chop the puck away. And now Storjahan will bring it ahead. Cuts in over the line, left side, leaves for Andrioli, weaving in the high slot, but checked off his stick by Bond, who throws it to an open wing. Stoya on it there. Ahead for Wong. That's pushed away at center. Columbus trying to start a change here. Lead for Bond is taken away Bockwell. Pass tipped out to center by Underwood. 1 minute to go in the 4-on-4 situation. 2-0 Columbus in the lead here in Mississippi. Same two teams at it again tomorrow night. Dumped in from center, around behind the net it goes. Nielsen with a centering attempt. That was blocked by Bockwell's side of the net. Nielsen chasing around to the far side. He'll put it up top, but Lind had already given up the line. He has to take it back to center. Lind on the right side trying to push ahead. Hunter lost it to Nielsen, but then stole it back. Hunter on the left side with McDonald. Try to poke it ahead for himself. Cleared out. River Dragons again back the other way. Hunter tipping a puck down into the left wing corner. McDonald in after it, testing the stick as he goes in there to make sure the twig was not broken. Monstock moving it ahead. Ends up with Helland. Helland saw the check coming at the line. Lost it in space. There's a shot. That missed on the glove side. Columbus 2-on-1 if they hurry, but the puck died on the wall. And it's turned over left side. Montagnag with a chance in front. Barr couldn't get his stick to it as he was tied up. And now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the minors expire. McDonald gets to center with it. He'll fake it at the line. Now he puts it in on goal. Wyrick in the chest. He'll hang on. 4:58 gone here in the third. Chuck wants to know who's the number 1 seed in the FPHL. You're looking at him, baby. Columbus River Dragons, number 1 seed in the FPHL right now. Debbie wants to know who's the most shots in the FPHL. I'm going to go have a look at that one if I can. I know it's buried somewhere in the stats. I just have to go find them. There's a chance in on goal for the River Dragons. And a right pad save there by Wyrick. Chance of the slot again as pushing in from the point. It was Slahetka cruising in, but a shot tipped out of play. Gets us to a break. 5:08 gone here in the third. 2-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Third period action brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability, so for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business.
Back here in the Kinetic Credit Union third period, Tom Callahan here with you. 5:08 into the final frame. Justin McDonald, a goal and an assist here tonight. Scoring streak is at 30 as the league record continues to extend itself. Jemayev, Dill, Petrantonio out up front. Shinkarik on the left point, and on the right side, you've got Slahetka out there with him. Or pardon me, actually, is that? That is Duncan on the left side. I don't know what I was looking at. I apologize. Doe runs into the linesman and loses the puck, and now the other way here. Quickly come the Seawolves up the left side as Barr trying to push his way in there as it's played around to the near wing. Boy, just a bit of a comedy of errors. Guys falling all over the place right now. Slahaka in front of his own net. Lost it, but Duncan there to pick it up. Puck tipped into the River Dragons bench. Look out! Someone whose initials are OC asking, Tomster, what's your favorite thing about the River Dragons? I think it is the wide variety of Tim Hortons coffee available for our coffee pot. I'm a big fan of the coffee selection. Of course, I'm a big fan of coffee. Face off to the right of the River Dragons net. And there's a quick shot off the face off and a goal by the Seawolves. Great shot by Philip Wong. Right off the draw. Did not hesitate. Let it go. Puts it just in under the crossbar. And Mississippi's on the board, and it's a 2-1 game. Boy, this is what the River Dragons needed to watch out for here as they give up an early goal, and now there's plenty of time for Mississippi to start a push. For Wong, that's his 12th of the year. It's 2-1 now.
Scored by number 10, Bella Wall. Assisted by number 23, Jackson Bob. Time of the goal, 5:37 of the third period.
Columbus will push up the left side here. Try to get it going again for themselves. Wickline tracking the puck to the right side corner. Russell backhands it away up the wall. Seawolves out through center. Long shot in by Stoya, well over top of the net. Rebound ends up in the far side. And now played ahead Wickline. Storjahan trying to catch up with it. He picks it up off the dasher. One-on-one, one man to beat. Sends it around to the far side, trying to fight off the hook of Russell. Clears it across, ends up at the left point. McDonald out there on the change, dumps it in on goal, caught and held by Wyrick. So the River Dragons will get an offensive zone draw here for the McDonald, Moore, and Hunter line. .6:33 into the third period. 2-1 your score. Columbus in the lead. Also, I do really enjoy my coworkers at the River Dragons. I do have to say that. But the coffee's awesome. Left point, here's Blockwell sending it in. Moore, backdoor feed, looking for Justin McDonald. And that one escapes him. He'll flip it into space. Hunter back into the slot. McDonald over, and he swings it in front. It's poked away at the last minute before Moore got there. Hunter pushing it behind the net. McDonald trying to cut it off. It hit him in the body. Puck stays behind the net. Sent around the rim to the right side. Moore on it. Moore backhands it to the point. Underwood right back around the rim. McDonald using body position. Brings it out the near side on the backhand. Into the slot, McDonald down for the left point. Bockwell feeds it back up top. Moore as they rotate around. Moore with a shot and a right pad save. Wyrick. Rebound to the near boards and to the point, not out. Moore keeping it in. Tried to thread it back in front. Pass was blocked. And now Russell will carry it out. Seawolves dump it in from center. So Columbus trying to grab the momentum back with a shift there that produced maybe some chances. Tipped down from center, and will that be icing? Yes, it will. Boy, I thought for sure the River Dragons tipped that, but apparently they did not. They're going to chase Doe back off the ice. Face-off will be to the right. Well, the River Dragons have too many guys out there. Now they got 5. Face-off to the right of Lavalier. It's now a 2-1 game. Columbus in the lead. Philip Wong has made it interesting here in the third. Didn't like that face-off. We're going to do it again. River Dragons had a goal disallowed back in the first period, and that might loom a little bit larger if this game gets any more interesting. Columbus trying to defend that lead, maybe hopefully able to stretch it out a little here. Puck dumped down, and River Dragons again end up with an icing call. So again, they're not going to be allowed to get this change off. We'll do it again. Ryan Hunter, that's a couple of times he's been on the bench and had to come back out there. Face off to the right of Lavalier. Columbus does win it, and this time it is Hunter who will chip it ahead to himself, and it actually goes into the River Dragons bench. And now there's some shoving there as Helland goes to take the stick back. Stoya had the hook in under the armpit of Hunter, and Hunter just hung on to the stick. Stoya let the stick go. And then Helland came over to attempt to retrieve it from Ryan Hunter. The linesman had to step in there rather quickly. 7:45 gone here in the third. 2-1 your score. Columbus in the lead. Face off to the right of the River Dragons net. One back by the Seawolves. Quick shot fought off by the glove of Lavalier. Rebound on the near side. Chipped up the wall. Does get out. And they say no icing here. As Columbus finally able to finish that change and try to get the lines back together here. And oh boy, Duncan just took a stick up high. No call on that one either. Kuznetsov trying to dump it in. Around it goes. Slowed down by Lavalier. Back up the near side. Doe. Puck pushed up past Jemayev now. Russell recovers at center. Seawolves on it, and they will regroup. All the way back into their own end here. Mississippi pushing ahead. Lead on the wing for Bond. Went past him. Slahetka can't get to the puck first. He goes into the corner, though, tied up with Bond. And they kick away at it. Wickline in that pile. And is pulled out in front by Mississippi. We're picking up a little bit of life here. Columbus clearing to the line, not out. Held in by Aslan. Now it's nudged out. Doe chasing it at center as Russell feeds it all the way back into his own end. Columbus will go for the change here. 9 gone in the third. 2-1 your score. Columbus in the lead as Wickline tips it down. Bersani in on the forecheck. Play forced around to the near side. Here's Russell looking up the right wing. They'll go back across the ice, and now a lead high in the air, bouncing down near Wong. Wong in over the line as Russell cuts down low, but Anderson rides him off. Shinkarik on the puck up the far side. Shinkarik onto the left wing. Storjahan tried to push past the D, could not. Cut off by Stoya. Stoya back the other way onto the left wing. He leaves it into the high slot. Wickline tried to steal it away, and he does. Uses the dasher to get it ahead. In over the line, Bersani pushing in the right wing. Following up the play, Shinkarik into the front of the net. Looking for a chance there. Storjahan couldn't get to the puck. Curling back up top, Wickline. He'll feed it back across to the right point. Shinkarik with a long wrister, blockered away. Rebound is flipped out of the zone. Shinkarik back down with it at center. And, Shinkarik turns it over in the high slot, trying to clear it. Portillo can only feed it deep, however. Anderson rattles it around the near side. Bersani tied up over there. And Storjahan on it. I'll tell you what, the Seawolves have more energy than Columbus does right now. The River Dragons look sluggish. But Mississippi turns it over at center, and now here's a break, developing into a 2-on-1. There's a chance fed back across, and that pass was deflected as Moore tried to sneak it through. Nice defensive play there, but the Seawolves turned over side of the net again. McDonald on it this time. Puts it up top, but Moore was unable to get through all that traffic as he was held up pretty well on his way through the slot. Dumped in on goal. Lavalier will leave it aside for Bockwell. Bockwell forced out from behind his own net by Helland. Bockwell onto the right side with a pass behind Moore. He gets it ahead to Hunter. Hunter cuts, stops, right wing, feeds up to the left point. Bockwell, awkward bounce there as it was chopped at by Kuznetsov. And the Seawolves the other way. In on the right side, there's a shot by Barr. Left pad save, rebound, and Barr missed on the backhand. Barr in the left side corner, down for Bond. Bond feeds the point. Helland walking in with a wrister. That is blocked. Ends up on the near boards. Helland into the near corner. 8:39 and counting to go into third period. 2-1 Columbus in the lead. But the Seawolves are pressing. Puck not out of danger yet. Pushed ahead, Hunter trying to move through, and now a possible 2-on-1. Hunter trying to fight through a hook, and we get a whistle. And I don't even know what the whistle ends up being for. So we're going to go to a break. I'll tell you what, it's not for a penalty call. 8:20 to go in the third. 2-1 River Dragons in the lead. We're back in more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time!
Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes.
Yeah, good job! Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
8:20 to go in the third. 2-1 River Dragons. By the way, the whistle turns out it was for offside. So the faceoff will come outside the Seawolves blue line. Man, this has been a game here tonight. I'll tell you what. Columbus is going to send out Petrantonio and Doe on the wings for Alexander Jemaev. Duncan and Slaheka on the points. There's 2-0 coming into the third. Then Philip Wong scored to make it an interesting game. It's now 2-1. River Dragons still with the lead, but again, the Seawolves pressuring, but Mississippi's making it interesting. They're turning the puck over. Columbus is turning the puck over. It's kind of gotten into a bit of a, who's going to make less mistakes down the stretch here almost. Columbus would certainly like to be the team that makes less mistakes. Just need to bear down a little bit here. Wednesday night game, the first of a 3-3 for Columbus. Thursday, they will be right back here tomorrow night. And then Friday at home. River Dragons push in, Petrantonio in towards the front of the net, bouncing puck eludes Jemaev. Into the near side corner. He'll try to play it free up the wall. Alexander Jemaev back down low for Austin Doe. Doe behind the net, wraps it in front. Petrantonio heels a shot wide as he cut through the slot. And now into the corner, Doe off escape, Petrantonio in that pile as well. Wong trying to work it free. He is tied up, Petrantonio. Pile moves a couple of feet, not too far. Doe on it, try to move it up top, looking for Bersani, who's out there on the change. Bersani couldn't wheel it any deeper into the zone. It's cleared off and pinballs down the ice. Lavalier will leave it side of the goal. Columbus finishing its change. 7 to go here in the third. 2-1 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Backhanded in from center. Bersani up on the forecheck here. Columbus 3 wide at the tops of the circles. Forces the puck dumped out to center. Turned right back in by Columbus. Driving in on the left wing. Pulled down Wickline. Got back up. Dumps it into the corner. Behind the net it goes. Storjahan out the far side. Feeding to the right point. Sent right back down the rim. Wickline behind the net. Can't catch up with it. Onto the near side. Portillo able to move it out to center. Anderson with it there. Anderson back up the left side. He'll wedge it in from center. Bouncing puck in behind the Mississippi net. Columbus changing it up here. Feed up through center. Portillo will dump it in. And Underwood after the puck out the right side. Kirk Underwood. His pass tipped ahead. McDonald will bounce it in. Underwood steps up after it on the forecheck, forcing it around to the near side, but the Seawolves able to break the zone. Kuznetsov pass turned right back. Here's McDonald, right side, pushing in for Columbus, feeding ahead. Didn't get it through to Hunter, but turned over to McDonald. Quick shot and a glove save as it's held there by Wyrick. McDonald earning his team an offensive zone draw there. That one not much of a threat to end up in the back of the net, but it does give the River Dragons a chance to start with possession in the zone as Helland and Kyle Moore having an extended talk with linesmen present. Helland will now head to the bench. 5:46 to go here in the third. 2-1. McDonald in for the face-off here. And it's won back by Mississippi. They wedge this puck high in the air, and down the ice it goes. Underwood on it. He'll just bank it away to center ice. Columbus trying to move it free. And now cleared back. That ends up back in the Columbus end of things here. Here's Bockel on the near side. Getting it back across to Underwood. Underwood will try the right side. McDonald letting it go. And Wyrick out to play it away because Hunter was in after it. And he skips it around the glass out of play. 5:17 to go in the third. 2-1, Columbus in the lead. Face-off will stay inside the Seawolves' end. Petrantonio, Jemaeff back out now. Duncan and Slahetka. Face-off dug out by Petrantonio. Here's Jemaeff up top, feeding the right point. Slahetka right back down low. Petrantonio behind the net, looking to wrap it out in front to the near side. At the hash marks, feeds it down low to Doe. Doe cycling right back up that near side wall. Leaving it for Duncan, cutting in on the backhand, and Duncan had it poked away by Wyrick. Duncan on his own rebound, quick shot, save. Wyrick rebound side of the net. Duncan on it again. Gets it up top, but it went over the stick of Slahetka out of the zone. Just a bad bounce there. River Dragons got a couple of good scoring chances out of it. Turn the other way, and here's Slahetka moving it back. As the River Dragons bounce that one ahead. Turned right back in the other way. Long lead ahead at center. Past Doe, down the ice. Around behind the net, Aslan will leave it off. Both teams finishing a change. Seawolves need to find the offense again here. They'll try to push in on the right side. Chance to the back post. Nobody there. Wong will pick it up in the corner. Anderson on his man. Kuznetsov over there in the left wing. Wong looking to move it in front. He's got the only goal of the game for the Seawolves here. Turned it over in the slot, and it's wedged out. Under 4 to go in the third. 2-1 River Dragons. Barr in front of his own net. He'll try the left side. Tipped on. Here's Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov in over the line. Wrist shot in just wide on the stick side. Columbus looking to move it back out to center. And that one ends up all the way back with Stoya inside the Mississippi end. Stoya after it into the near corner. Played it up the wall. Bouncing puck. Bersani on it. Long wrister in. Oh boy, tricky one. But Wyrick makes the save and he holds on. That'll get us to our final break of the period with 3:25 to go here in the third. 2-1 your score. River Dragons in the lead. This third period is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union on River Dragons Hockey.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
.325 to go in the third period. Tom Callahan here with you. Drew Pierce producing tonight with the assist on that one coming back from the break. 2-1 River Dragons in the lead. McDonald in for this crucial face-off here, and it's right in front of the goal. Flipped out of there by Stoya, though. Down the ice it goes. Bond in there against Underwood into the corner. Underwood takes the hit. Bond onto the near side with the puck, and we'll keep an eye on Wyrick in the Mississippi net just in case he ends up going to the bench here. And now it's cleared along by Underwood. That one hit Hunter in the hand, not out of the zone. Hunter up the near side, McDonald to the line, and it does get out. Bond has to wait for his mates to change. Now he's run into by Underwood. That's a pretty good little individual battle going over there, 11 on 23. Now a lead ahead. Looking for McDonald at center, didn't get to him, but following it up is Hunter. Hunter in on the right side. Try to put it in front. It caroms over to Russell, and he'll turn it back. Now here's Stoya, right wing, tried to walk in, and that one just casually booted away by Kyle Moore. Miles Moore's going to drag it back into his own end here, and now head for the change. Lead pass ahead at center is dumped right back in by Mississippi. Ends up in the near side corner. At this point, Columbus just off the glass and out is good enough here. Time winding down in this one. You also want to try to keep Wyrick in the net if you can, which he still is. Here's Kuznetsov right side, but there goes Wyrick. 2:07 to go, and he is out. Extra man is on as the puck bounced to center. Seawolves net is empty. 2-1 River Dragons in the lead. Kuznetsov sending it back in. Here's Duncan in the near side corner. Takes a look ahead, flips it out to center. That pass interrupted by Russell. Petrantonio with it at the stripe. They'll just bank it down. Seawolves on the regroup here. Here's Lind trying the left side. He'll dump it in from there. Around the wall it goes, onto the near wing. Russell cutting it off on the right side. Duncan after it. Puck ends up in the corner. River Dragons flip it out down the ice towards the empty net. They score! An empty net goal there, and it looks like it's Alexander Jemaev. And the River Dragons are going to salt this one away with 1:26 left to go in the third. An empty net goal to make it 3-1. And maybe a little sigh of relief from the faithful as Columbus able to finally exhale a bit here. Boy, they had Mississippi get back into the game here in the third period, but that empty netter, 1834, puts Wyrick back in the net. And should be the end of this one for the Mississippi comeback effort. 26 on the year for Jemaev. Columbus will push ahead. In with a chance. Wyrick a save on the wrist shot. Well, how about that? Hunter and Lavalier picking up the assists. Huh. Gotta love it. Love when the goalie gets an apple. See, you come on, you do the show, the goalie show. Look at that. Even picking up an assist. So the River Dragons with under a minute to go here, working in the Seawolves zone. There's Bersani trying to center it on the near side. Storjahan in the corner, tied up. Anderson playing it back over to the far side, has to go get it himself. And on the right side, here's Portillo moving in. He'll drive wide, watched by Anderson. Sends it around the rim, onto the far side, Wickline after it. Columbus will loop back into its own end. 38 seconds to go. Now it's just a matter of winding the clock here. Columbus in no hurry to move it as they finish a change. Shinkarik behind his own net. Just challenging Lucas Helen to come after him. Now he'll move it left side. Here's Anderson up the glass, out to center. Hunter on it. Looking for more. Moore off a bump. Lost it to Montanak. He'll take it all the way behind his own net. Montanak out the left side. Just 8 seconds to go as it's turned down the ice. And they'll wave off icing here. Lavalier out to leave it in the corner for Anderson. And that'll do it for the hockey game. River Dragons pick up the win, back on a Tim Hortons win streak with their third in a row here tonight. second straight over the Mississippi Seawolves. 3-1 your final. We're back to wrap things up with the Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. A final look back at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, and a final scoring wrap as well. Pepsi postgame shows up next. River Dragons win 3-1. We're back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time!
Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Don't miss your chance to win at Victoryland Casino. We're open 24/7, so come on in for nonstop gaming action. You'll find the latest, hottest, most exciting games around, and you'll love the fun bonuses and big jackpots. Plus, you can watch and wager on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. Your best bet for big wins is just minutes away at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Show. Tom Callahan here with you. Time for the Wade Cleaners 3 stars of the game. And they haven't posted the 3 stars here for tonight. So you know what? Tom's going to pick the 3 stars for tonight's game. And for me, my 3rd star tonight from the Mississippi Seawolves. 1 assist tonight, but Jackson Bond. I thought he had a heck of a game. Was all over the place tonight. Bond really controlled a lot of the pace, especially in the 3rd period, but was probably the most standout Seawolves player out there. So he's 3rd star tonight. 2nd star, got to give credit to Bockwell, his first pro goal. So he deserves a nod in the 3 stars tonight. And then Justin McDonald, goal, assist. 30 games with a point. He has a point in every game since December 1st. Unbelievable. Unbelievable run he's on. 69 points in that 30-game stretch. Just absolutely crazy. So he's your 1st star tonight. Wade Cleaners is the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. And they present tonight's 3 stars of the game. When we come back, scoring wrap time and a final look back at the Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. The Pepsi postgame show rolls on. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Ice Spice?
Wait. Who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
You're looking well.
I just needed something more refreshing, more crisp. I'm with Starry now.
This is intense.
He's so vulnerable.
But I love you. Please.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Huh, Starry does taste better.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo Zip-In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
.537 in, make it a 2-1 game. Wong the goal from Jackson Bond. But Columbus an empty netter late, 18:34 time of the goal. Alexander Jemaev from Duncan. And the goaltender, William Lavaliere, picking up an assist on the marker as well for a 3-1 final. Shots on goal tonight. River Dragons by period 14 in the first, 13 in the second, 11 in the third for 38. The Seawolves 8, 12, and 5 for 25. Power plays tonight. Mississippi 0 for 1 with a man advantage. 0 power plays for the River Dragons here in tonight's game. One more break to go in the Pepsi postgame show. When we come back, it's time for the Zelmo Zipping Out of Town scoreboard. Stay tuned. That's coming up next. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
What? Tim Hortons has a new $6 breakfast bundle? With a mouthwatering breakfast sandwich, a golden hash brown with a small hot or iced coffee, and a classic donut made for your me time. Oh, and yours too. The $6 breakfast bundle.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Get 2 entrees and an appetizer for $25 only at Applebee's.
1999. All right, in the NHL, one final from earlier tonight. Austin Matthews with the overtime game winners. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Buffalo Sabres 2-1 in OT. Number 54 on the year for Matthews. Red Wings and Avalanche are now tied at 2 in the second period, and the Senators with a 1-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. That game is also early in the second period. Men's college hoops, some finals from earlier tonight. Number 2, UConn holds on to beat number 8, Marquette 74-67. Number 4, Tennessee 66-59. Winners over number 17, South Carolina. Number 1, Houston 67-59 over UCF. Going on right now, late in the second half. Number 6, Iowa State's come back for a 64-63 lead over number 20, BYU. Number 15, Kentucky has stretched it out and about to go final 93-77 over Vanderbilt. And number 22, Utah State, 69-51 over San Jose State. That's early in the second half there. Our final here tonight, 3-1 River Dragons with a win. They are back at it again tomorrow night right here at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum against the Seawolves. So we will talk to you again tomorrow night. Look forward to bringing you the game. Same bat time, same bat channel, as I like to say. And just want to let everybody know that we will be home on Friday night as well against Carolina Thunderbirds, 7:35 on the puck drop Eastern time. And that is our sensory adaptive night in conjunction with Easter Seals, and we look forward to that game. We look forward to seeing Carolina. It's the only time we're going to see Carolina until the final weekend of the season. So if you want to see the Thunderbirds in town, now is your chance until all the way out to Fan Appreciation Night. But you can certainly come then as well on April 13th, which is always an awful lot of fun. So in the meantime, just want to say thanks for my producer, Drew Pierce, here tonight, and we appreciate you being a part of River Dragons hockey. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Once again, everybody, your final score tonight here, the River Dragons win at 3-1. Justin McDonald extends his league record scoring streak to 30 games. Thanks for tuning us in. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Tom Callahan saying good night from Mississippi.
Thank you for being a part of Columbus River Dragons hockey. This game was brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Air, the official heating and air company of the River Dragons. Country Inn and Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. And by Chick-fil-A Midland, Tim Hortons, Columbus Diagnostic, Shredaway, the Overby Company, Vector Ply, Trivioli's, The Jersey Shop, Beam TV, WYBU Christian Television Network, Troy University, Largeman Dental, BKI Accounting, The Optical Shop, Piggly Wiggly, Sun South John Deere, Wade Cleaners, Houston Clinic, Abercrombie Bonding, First Franklin Financial, and Old School Barber Shop. This has been a presentation of Ignite Sports and Entertainment. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use is prohibited without the express written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and the Columbus River Dragons. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons.
106.